Hello, everybody, and welcome to Voyages of Dusk and Dawn. How are my favorite expendables doing today?
Great.
I'll be back.
So, everybody, where last we left the party, we were in Bontheris. We had talked to Lord Richard Marshall, and we had sorted out a couple of things, and we were going to head back to that last, to the penultimate inertial actuator back in the Dardennes. Has anything changed between last time we played and now in terms of plans and motivations?
Nope, sounds good.
Do I get anything from that read languages check?
What are you trying to read, bro?
This is the recorded message. So this is the message from the undead graves over on Alba Island. I'd recorded them on the clay tablet, and I have now increased my read languages proficiency.
How much did you put into read languages?
15 every single time.
Ooh.
We are fully maxing read languages.
Ooh.
Language maxing.
Yes, we are language maxing. Yep.
And so now you're taking a look at the rubbings that you made on the bridge.
No, this is not the bridge. There were 3 or 4 grave sites next to the domed structure underneath the pond that radiated undead magic or necromantic magic. And on those 3 or 4, I had recorded those 3 or 4, just those inscriptions on those gravestones.
Yeah, well, you get "Here Lies" and then a name for each of the different graves.
Sure.
The names are a little hard to understand the pronunciation because, you know, you've got a 75% chance to read 75% of the language. And so the names, who knows how they're pronounced? Names are weird. You know, some people in Sweden, like, put 2 S's in Erickson, like crazy people. Who could possibly tell how they're really pronounced? But "Here Lies" people's names. And then just a quick account of their life. And the 4 graves that you had that were radiating magic were all great warriors of great renown. They have a couple of little descriptions about their deeds in past life, their accomplishments. 2 of them ended up as like palace guards for a king. The other 2 were great warriors who fell in terrible and horrible combat. And that's it.
Okay, I share this information with the party. Okay, good to know. And then also the question kind of related to this, because maybe this would be potentially good for future stuff. During these 2 weeks that I'm trying to research vampires. Can you reason with a vampire? Because in my mind, these might be the oldest people in the Dardennes, except for the White Prince. Is there any kind of like, you could talk to them or you could reason with them? I mean, I was told previously by Vincent that they're very intelligent creatures.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what sort of research you are doing.
Whatever I can. I mean, it might be Lynn literally just like asking around at the, to the local priests or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
If you're just archives, if there are archives.
If there are archives, Lynn does not have access to them. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Nowhere in any lore or legacy that you're going to get, are you going to find anyone saying anything about vampires being reasonable creatures?
Okay.
Maybe if you found some sort of like underground, edgy, I've got too much money, not enough hardship, woe is me, life is hard and dark, let me hang out and sip my expensive cocktail with my other rich friends underground, vampires are so cool, I wish I could live forever. Like you might find, some noble bratty bar who thinks that vampires are the coolest thing, but you probably wouldn't be invited into such a space.
Nightclub. God.
Yeah.
I'll tell Lynn, obviously vampires can be reasoned with.
Oh,
think
of
they
course.
can?
Oh, okay, that's good to know, Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are the magic man, and they are magical creatures. So obviously, your opinion is just correct on this matter.
Well, anyone could do it, and I recount about how I reasoned with a lich or something before.
Yeah.
But
okay.
tell us a little bit more about I reasoned with a lich or something.
About that.
What do you got?
Oh, this one time I was sailing, as we were sailing to our destination, I tell him about how some very powerful undead creature, presumably a lich, came onto our ship, and they were going to kill us all. But I just sacrificed one person to let us all go.
And
it your
if
best
something
friend?
like this were to occur again, who would you sacrifice?
I nervously... actually, when Wally's out of earshot, I say Wally.
Yeah. As you should.
Lynn will remember that.
Wow.
Wiley will remember.
Captain, speaking of reasonable vampires, I volunteer, if you think it's a proper idea, to go and become a vampire, and I will work undercover to get to know them and be a part of their vampire ranks. You know, if you find I'm useful here in
do you
like
pick
6
the
more
vampire,
sessions.
Or does the vampire pick you?
Ooh, it's like a roll. It's a they pick you. I just have to be, you know.
Well, actually, this says they were great warriors, so maybe they would take you.
Ooh, I could be a guard, a vampire guard, with my
Maybe.
glaive.
Yeah, I hear they like
Maybe.
making more vampires.
Yeah.
How did you agree to that? Or how did you get him to agree to that, Vincent?
They're just very reasonable people.
Witches are very reasonable people. Not a bad guy.
I thought we were all gonna die, but it just turns out you can just talk to them.
Okay. Huh.
I'm not convinced by this.
Yeah. Oh, I do point out to Vincent that one of the things that I purchased was a like big bell, like used for like ringing in cows or something like that. And if we're attacked by like griffins again with riders, we could ring that so that they would know that we're downstairs. If we want to negotiate, they might have like a better chance of hearing that if we want to force them off of their griffins and to come talk to us, so that like they know where we are deliberately.
Did you just say if you rang a bell, you could force a griffin rider to negotiate?
What we should
No.
is
I'm
we
saying
should-
that like they would know where we are if we want them to know. Like we want them to come on board. We want them to get off their griffin. We want them to come talk to us. Then we could ring the bell and they would like hear us if they're passing by. Yeah.
Like a dinner triangle, except
Yeah,
for
there's
Not a bad
something. No,
idea,
it's like it's a very loud bell, but like the goal
Raise
here
a
is
flag
that
or
if we
something.
want them to know, then they would know.
But I will also fashion a little sign that reads, "Bribe to leave us merchants alone," and a bowl of 10 gold that we can leave on top of the deck and then just hide underground.
beautiful.
That's pretty good. I like it. It sounds
Vincent
like.
also
Go ahead.
practice this with using that ring that we found, because a ring of not taking damage seems really useful, but it doesn't have that many charges probably. So like, can I, as a free action, so to say, in combat, basically slip it off/on?
Let's take a look at the ring. We got the ring of
Do you
protection.
have to activate it?
No, it raises your AC, and then if it doesn't beat that AC, then it doesn't use a charge.
Oh,
Yeah, but do you have to activate the like warding thing, or is that optional?
Oh, I thought it was mandatory, but if it's optional,
It
that's...
might be. I have no
It's
idea.
mandatory.
The ring of protection and warding. Consults the ancient textbooks here. Prevents any one physical attack each round from reaching its wearer, but costs 1 charge. No, there's no activation. It does it automatically. You can, if you keep that ring, in a pocket, and you're not wielding a weapon in both hands, and you don't have another magic ring and on the offhand, then yeah, you should be able to put that on in the middle of combat. No problem.
Sweet. I'm thinking that I hide it in like a spell component looking bag.
Great. I will say that you have to put it on your turn, not in between turns.
Sure, that's fine.
Perfect. Yeah, easy peasy. Because you just use a
Sweet.
one-handed weapon, right? Or no,
darts.
or darts. Yeah. You could easily just slip that ring on if it's just in a pocket. Easy peasy. Okay, well, party, we sail. And we sail, and we sail. We return to the Dardanelles. It's February. It's stormy out. This background music makes it sound like it's a nice, peaceful voyage. But in between the times of peacefulness, there are plenty of times of distress. Large swells, huge winds, lightning cracking in the distance. It's not entirely an easy voyage from Arcadia to the Dardanelles, but everyone here, or almost everyone here, has a seamanship proficiency. You've got an extremely experienced, if one-legged, captain to help, guide you in other areas. Vincent is a very proficient sailor in and of itself, and you have this magic boat. This boat that seals up well, that has unusual resistance and resiliency to weather and effects. That despite being tossed to and fro and causing you all to jump and fall and land around and maybe injure yourself upon the interior of the ship, does not break under the pressure, does not break under the stresses. And at worst, these storms will just set you back a few days as you head in a different direction. But eventually, the storms peter out. You reach the Dardanelles. You travel around the islands in a clockwise fashion, and by your count, passing island after island, looking for 15 islands past the last one, you come very near to your destination. Very, very near indeed. It's been weeks out on the open sea. Many, many weeks. 3, 15. It has been 4 weeks on the open sea. 2 weeks on the open sea, and then 2 weeks through the Dardanelles trying to find the place in mind. You've reached midwinter, halfway through winter to spring. Only another 6
close
weeks.
to payday, right?
Yeah,
So
as the month finishes up, I'll pay them all 100 gold apiece.
Yes.
Excellent.
I believe I negotiated with Wiley for 25 or 50. I can't quite remember the number.
I think it was actually 20. It was lower than 50. I reviewed that VOD recently.
Nice. I pay Wiley the 20.
And you only pay me 90, so
Right.
I took 100 last month, so I'm just going to readjust. So it was 90 the last few months.
Okay,
Because
cool.
you're teaching me to read. Thank you, Captain.
That's right. This is a project you've been working on for months now. What are you using your reading for?
I found a book of smut.
The players always find a book of smut. It happens, They're popular books at the time. If you're going to mass produce something, you're going to mass produce something everybody wants. And that's it.
Yep.
What is your book of smut called? Oh, was it funny as a joke? But now that you have to follow up on it, it's awkward?
Come on, let's go.
What's your
What
book?
is
No,
it?
it's not awkward at all. We could definitely
Okay.
talk about it.
Yeah. Tell me
It's,
about your book of smut.
The Big Bear Druid and the Tiny Fae.
Brett, following up on this conversation. You are enjoying your book. There are other things happening in the world. The party on a nice day in the middle of winter where the sun is out, but the air is cold. You're going with the tides and with the wind, so you're not getting any sea spray in your face. You're just enjoying a nice day on the deck. But our captain here, Vincent Mapper, he's got his eyes peeled on the horizon for the oncoming island. You get this nagging sensation as you leave one island and go to the next. They're not perfectly evenly spaced, but you've been waiting a little bit too long to see this next island. You're looking, you're hoping, when this thought of looking and hoping for this place triggers this little just this little twinge of a memory. Way in the back of your brain. You can't see the island, so you can't quite recall it, but there's something here. Can you make me an int check, Vincent?
Or
20. 20 is not quite a success. There's something sitting at the back of your mind about this place you are coming to.
I grumble. Was that thought that you remember, but you just can't quite remember?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I say, looking up from playing cards.
Is it a
Curses.
positive memory? Negative? Can't tell.
Just don't remember. Something about desiring something, about coming to a location.
If we said a bunch of random words, would it spark it? I'll say execution, or treasure, or haunted castle full of smut.
Blueberry pie.
None of these
Ooh.
words spark any memories, but I like the attempt.
Okay, but if it was blueberry pie, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'll
is
think
what-
about coming home to a delicious blueberry pie.
sweet potato pie cheesecake.
Turkey, stuffing,
Oh.
mashed potatoes.
Nothing. Okay, all right. What island are we going to, Captain?
Thanksgiving Island.
Well, we are making it as far as we went, which is the top right actuator, and then going clockwise from there.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much just going until we find something interesting.
Yeah. You sail much longer than expected, well past where you think the island ought to be when you come to another. These islands, there's about 60 of them on the outer ring. They're spaced fairly evenly. You know, it's really only a few hours between, 5, 6 sometimes, hours between each island. But you sail the whole day until you come to one. The island that you are looking for, you did not come across. Now, this could be because the island is very low and doesn't have any mountain peaks, and you were just too far out to see to land. Maybe the island is invisible, or maybe it's just not there anymore. But you come to another island, which by all of your calculations is one too far down in the rung. The island you come across is small. It's got a couple of little trees on it. It has nice, soft, sandy beaches. It can't be more than, a few miles across. You see no signs of smoke or inhabitation. No campfires, no flags snapping in the gentle winds. Just a peaceful, presumably desert island.
I say, Wiley, how many treasure chests have you buried on this island specifically?
Now, if my calculations are right, this is Barren Island, not Barren Island as the ignoramuses will speak to, but Barren Island. And this here is a fine spot for some treasure burying if you don't know about the giant crabs that live there. They like to bury themselves under the sands, but the problem is they displace objects as they do so. I did once see a man or talk to a man who talked about hiding something here, but when he came back, it was clear that a giant crab had nestled near it, and his loot, his booty, was forever gone to the giant crab.
Crab's booty.
What do you make of this missing island, Vincent?
Curious. I wonder what happened to it. Is this island sounds like it's one of the smaller islands of the islands we've seen too?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the smallest?
Yeah. Maybe, if not the smallest, then very close in the same ballpark.
Maybe the islands around here just sank. I hypothesize as we look at this small island.
Could you take us to the map, Neal? The Dardanelles?
Yes. I will bring us to a map of the Dardanelles. And I
Does
will.
Wiley have a memory of an island that we
interesting.
should have hit before this one?
You ask, did you
Yeah,
ask him in character?
Yeah, I say, Wiley, I thought there was an island that we were supposed to hit before this one. Isn't there one before this one?
Aye, and sure enough, we did see it. We left it this morning.
Do I have any memory of this?
Yeah, you passed an island this morning.
Oh, okay. But we
you
anticipated
passed
another one, didn't we?
You passed this one this morning, and you are now here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought there was another one we were supposed to hit. Did we not?
All you foreigners who don't know shit about sailing, I've
been in the
around
Dardanelles
this
for
area.
10 years, Wiley.
I've forgotten more about sailing than you'll ever know in your lifetimes. Some of these islands out here, well, they ain't here no more. Y'all seen the Deadlands? We've talked about it. We lost some... Well, we almost lost some souls to the Deadlands.
R.I.P.
This one, the gap in the chain is known. If I had known you were looking for the Gap Island, then, well, I would have said something, but I presumed, since no one bothered to ask me about anything, that you knew what you were doing.
Can I make a Taylor proficiency to know about the gap?
Yes. Please make one.
All right. I believe it's plus that's a 30.
See, there was this other boat you were working upon once upon a time, run by this guy named Jay. And Jay and his crew were really the right place to get your threads, not Gap Island.
Ah, okay. Never mind. Got it. Good to know.
So Wiley, what happened to it? Was there something here and it disappeared?
He shrugs. Oh, if there was something here, it was here a long time ago, long before old Wiley sailed round these rings.
Vincent, perhaps your memory was something to do with how to find the island? Maybe it's hidden by magic, or you need a key, or something like that?
Blueberry pie.
Maybe.
Vincent, do you have a way to locate the island? If it's still there, if it's underground, or do you have a way to locate that island?
Would an island count as a landmark, Neal?
An island absolutely is a landmark. Of course.
Oh. Well, now that I know it's Gap Island, maybe we'll go back and I'll locate Gap Island.
Now, locate landmark. Would you put it in chat? Because it needs to ping a population.
Yes.
So you need to be near like an inhabited area, and then I can't remember the details of it, but like you sort of ping the hive mind within the zone. Yeah.
The ocean sounds like an inhabited area.
That's true.
What I was thinking too.
That's true.
If there's any intelligent life.
There could be all sorts of intelligent life beneath the sea.
What's the range of 1 mile?
10-foot diameter area prepared. Cast straight away, taking only 4 hours. Such an area must be constructed. Blah, 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 blah. A wheel must be carefully inscribed on the outside with radial spikes to the center. Etched, painted, or even made with sticks. Can totally be done. Stand on the wheel with their eyes closed and the mind in an open state. They cannot carry conversation or interact with other objects for 4 hours. While they do this, the magic sweeps the area in an apparent haphazard manner before returning to the caster. Before returning to the caster a direction. Yeah, so if you want, you can tonight or tomorrow, if you had like space, like landing on this little island over here, you could easily cast Locate Landmark and ping all the creatures, denizens in the region, and they would point you in the direction of such a place if it exists. Would you like to make landfall and prepare this spell and cast it?
The range is only... Well, that's... Sure, that makes sense. We'll do that.
We make landfall on Baron Island. As Wiley says, you do see some very large crabs nesting here, shells maybe 3 feet across, pulled down into the sand with a little bit of sand pushed up against them. Wiley tells you that these things are generally, docile is not the right word. They're not going to come out of their way to attack you unless they're particularly hungry, and if they do, well, you'll know. So just pick your way around them carefully and keep some distance, and you should be okay. You can come to the island, settle in for the night with land under your feet, the first time in a month that you've had solid ground with no weaving and wobbling. You can build a fire without worrying. I mean, your ship has a little fireplace, but it's got to be a small fireplace. You don't actually set the ship on fire. You can build a nice
I'll
fire
petition
out
the
here.
crew if we really want to land on Crab Island. We can sleep on the ship, right?
You could, but you need space to make your locate landmark wheel.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we might as well set up camp there then.
I poke the sand around camp.
Does
In
my
like a-
folklore proficiency help in any way here, Neal?
Your which one?
With, I don't know, folklore?
Roll me a folklore proficiency. Absolutely, yes. The things that Wiley has said about these giant crabs tracks with you. They're known to inhabit a great many islands around here. This is sort of one of their nesting places. There is a time of year in the early spring, which is still like 6 weeks out, where this island becomes like covered in these crabs, where it becomes like the mating nesting frenzy. And during this period of time, there is a lot of violence in and amongst the crabs as they fight for mates and fight for space to nest, and fight, over food to bring back to the nesting hatchlings. And then they bring in all of this carrion, all this flesh, all this fish, all these things from wherever they can find, and put it on top of the nests of their eggs, and then bury them in sand. And then the nestlings, hatchlings hatch into it and eat their way through all of the fish and whales and people and corpses that have been laid upon them. But this well-known yet horrific sight will not occur for probably another 6 weeks, so you're probably fine.
I think it should be okay, Vincent. But let's keep our distance if we can.
Take watches, I assume? I say looking around.
I'll go
Yeah.
first.
Okay. Vincent, you don't happen to have your invisibility spell handy, do you?
I do.
Can you cast it on me? I assume that I know how this works because I asked about this in previous session, but it lasts for 24 hours, so if you cast it on me now, it would last for tomorrow.
Captain, just do it. He really wants it.
Sure.
I do.
Yeah, you're invisible.
Nice.
Thanks, Captain. Oh my goodness.
Cool.
We were just under the boat drinking last night, and he said invisibility we kept looping, and he said it at least 45 times.
I can understand the desire to be invisible.
If I stay awake for 2 days in a row, am I going to take penalties? If I just don't go to sleep tonight?
Depends on the situation. Probably not. Occasionally,
Okay.
maybe.
Tonight, I'm just going to stay awake, but I don't plan on doing that the next day. But
You're gonna force
Okay.
yourself to stay awake all night?
I'm going to force myself to stay awake all night.
Absolutely. Give me a con check.
Okay.
It can be extremely boring. A great many people have attempted to stay awake all night and then gotten
That's
into
true.
till 2 a.m. and screw it. That is not worth it.
That
I
is-
am
that
deeply
is-
unhappy.
That's true. 16?
Yeah.
I do have people to talk to. I do have people on watch.
Yes. But at some point,
It's the third watch. Is it
it's
just you?
quiet. It's just you. Everyone else
Yeah.
has gone to bed. Nothing has happened. The crowds, the waves are making this very gentle crashing sound over and over again. There's no stars in the night sky. It's pitch black except for the little embers of your nearby fire. And, the rocking of the waves, And the next thing you know, the sun is up. Someone's kicking sand around. Captain Wiley's telling you to wake up, and you don't even
Got it.
realize you've fallen asleep.
Dang. Okay. Is my invisibility still up?
Let's see.
No, if you fall asleep. No, or is it if the wizard falls asleep? No, it can't be.
I think there's nothing in here about.
Because I was planning on like staying up in my armor all night.
Yeah, there's nothing in here about if you fall asleep while invisible that it breaks. So you're fine.
All right.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
I think if you die while invisible, you also remain invisible. Can we have a ruling on that?
I do believe that there's nothing in here that says you die when you become visible when you die. That is correct. You might argue that like if your arm is hacked off, the arm might then become visible. It's perhaps possible that enough damage is done to you that the spell breaks. There's nothing clearly stated, but like, you know, if your head was chopped off or you were hacked into multiple pieces, you might not exist anymore and the spell might not split evenly into all of your pieces. But you're right. If you poisoned him and he died, his corpse would stay invisible.
Fair enough.
Well, then Wiley couldn't see you to wake you up, so you're the last one up.
And
I'm just like,
that
Captain.
Wiley is loud enough.
I think Logan. I think Lynn left. He abandoned us.
Wiley
been here the
knows
whole
what's
time.
going on. He takes his handfuls of sand and throws it across the camp area and watches where it settles and hovers above the ground, and then comes
absolutely.
over and just like drops sand onto your head until you wake up. Wiley's been
With two knives. Was he
with-
to like hold it with the knives? And
No,
then
you,
go-
you scoop the knife in the sand and sort of chuck it, toss it, like you might kick sand at a person. Bring it on, Via. I got explanations for everything.
That seems reasonable.
I'm so reasonable. Anyway, you cast your spell. You ping the area looking for landmarks, looking for... Did you actually get the name of the next place? I don't think so. I think you just saw where it was marked on a map.
Yeah, and I was told it was Gap Island, so I'll locate Gap Island, so to say.
That's right.
Captain, I think it was Gaped Island.
Someone should not have taught her to read.
We also know that it's an anchor point.
Yes.
Oh,
You
forgot
do
about that.
get a direction.
Yes.
And it
Nice.
points you right back out to sea. You turn your boat around that next day and you sail and you go in search of this place, following the locate landmark spell, following a nice, easy heading. It takes you directly into the wind, but you, proficient sailor, can tack against it. What else do we get? You just get the direction? Give me a second intelligence check as you pass through this area, knowing that it is not present, that it has...
Cool. As a note, while we're traveling there, I prepare the deck of the ship for a second casting of Locate Landmark.
Excellent.
Nice.
That is my check.
There you go. Looking for this place that you've heard is sort of missing as you pass through this great, vast, and empty sea. Memory, that sort of tingling at the back of your mind becomes a little bit more clear, and you are able to focus on it.
Rhubarb pie.
There's a memory from Ishtar, the second holder of the stone. He stands on the deck of a ship, a dozen ships or so between him and this island. Ships flying his flags, ships filled with his men, his warriors, his wizards, his clerics. And in the distance, well, actually in his hand, he lifts and holds a red oak quarterstaff with a bronze butt and a silver set of double claws reaching out of the top, holding a crystal ball. And while holding this staff and extending it at arm's length, looking in the direction of the island, looking in the direction of the harbor out front of the island, there exists a 60-foot sphere of total darkness into which a great wind blows. You can see the sails of ships being pulled, the massive ships being pulled in that direction. And as this ball hovers above the water, moving without regard for wind, without regard for waves, the ships in the harbor get slowly drawn toward it, and then they begin to snap and break and rip and fall in towards this 60-foot diameter sphere. From the sea, not from the sea, from the land, missiles fire, ballista bolts, arrows, a fireball, a lightning bolt. Your minions before you either take these shots, they cast counter spells, a shield around your ship deflects one of the incoming lightning bolts. You can hear the cries of your people as you succeed in this great victory, as the great orb moves into the town, tearing thatch off buildings, and over this nice long half-hour memory, you watch yourself move this sphere of annihilation back and forth throughout the town, ripping it to shreds. In the distance, you can see little figures fleeing the backside of the town. The sphere drops down lower and begins to churn up the very earth itself, ripping it from its place.
Do you just see Vincent standing there for 30 minutes?
Mm-hmm. His eyes closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Vincent sits, I guess.
Does it usually take this long?
Able
one
to
time
respond
it took
while
like
having
12
memory, right?
hours.
And just kind of talk. Oh, right, Neal?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
Am I able to be aware and say some light things while reviewing memory like this?
I think so. Let me just double check my notes on the stone. Fueled history of the stone.
You can, but it's less fun that way because I don't get to lie about things.
True.
I don't think you can carry conversations, but can't you just like say words or something? I feel like this came up once before.
Yeah, I think you can
It
sort of
came up.
talk about what you're seeing, but if you were to carry a conversation, it would break your concentration.
Yeah, I'll mutter, "This is a long one," as I sit down and lightly recount the memory as I'm reliving it.
Eventually it passes. It passes well before the entire island is destroyed. With this knowledge combined with your second casting of Locate Landmark, which still takes a while, you can, sure enough, find a shallow... an atoll is the wrong word, but what once was probably an atoll or an island of some kind that now sits well beneath the waves. You can pass over it in your boat looking down at the what is now coral and kelp and like a shallow area with rocks and little creatures fluttering about.
Vincent, you saw that. I'm assuming that you tell us this, and you said you were kind of recounting it. Can you feel their emotions while you're seeing these events? Why did he do this? Like, what was the emotion? Was it anger? Was it just satisfaction? Like, why would somebody do something like this? Like, this was an anchor point that apparently contained great magic. Why?
That was a good question. Do I get state of mind emotion?
Of course, it's just like any other memory. Emotions are attached to it. Smells sometimes are attached to it. This is a sense of sort of like cold, dispassionate justice. You get the sense of like, I didn't want to do this, but I had to do this. This needed to be done. And so I am here to bring justice to this area.
Captain, what does it smell like? Does it smell like victory?
It smells like horrible, horrible victory.
Yeah.
Can you write down the symbol that was on a ship? Assuming you described multiple ships, I'm assuming there was some kind of like symbol or brand or something that would like theoretically identify
Memory
them, or
is
no?
too faint.
Okay.
It's too distant.
Okay.
No, the symbols
Got it.
cannot be extracted.
What
The
a
staff
strange
is
thing
clear,
to
though.
do.
The staff is very clear in
Destroy.
your mind. The person in question does spend time focusing directly on the staff, so you get the material, the shape, the description.
So he's destroyed 2 islands. Why?
At least.
Why?
They stood against him.
Ego thing, ego trip.
Maybe. I look down at the quarrel and I say to Vincent, can you turn us into fish so that we can swim around? Just like breathe water, or make it to where we don't need to breathe?
Richard did give me a few potions of water breathing, but I don't believe that
Oh,
it's
okay.
that useful to look upon a
Okay.
destroyed island.
Can you detect magic? Is there still magic in this area? Is it like the Deadlands?
I shrug, I could, but I don't know if I would find anything.
To destroy a whole island. That's...
Quite a feat.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
For justice, but also definitely a show of strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, like a get in line, or this is gonna happen to you type of thing. Huh.
Message that will last thousands of years.
Yeah. Wow. Huh.
And looking at the 4 red dots on the Dardennes map where actuators are, is this where the actuator would have been?
That should be it. It's been 15 islands since the last one, and they appear to be about every 15. Yeah.
Huh. I guess when this one's a bust, I say, looking at Vincent, unless you can locate the remaining ruins, or maybe they had some significant underground structures or something.
Yeah, I would imagine these actuators, which seem very important, might have been built to last. Maybe it is worth sending one person down to take a look around.
I can't swim, Captain, but I will gladly stand guard. Unless you have magic that can make me swim.
I can swim, Captain. Sounds like it.
Sure.
Okay,
That seems dangerous. You'd have to go down there alone and with no armor. And
Is it
would he even
worth-
be able to see in the water?
Yeah, it's clear water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lands, at least 3 feet below you at its highest point, maybe 4 feet below you. Much of it sits deeper still, but that's not terribly deep. It's the bottom of a pool. There's plenty of light, lots of fish, lots of coral, eels, all sorts of critters in this nice shallow section of the sea.
Lynn, just do a
Worth-
cannonball.
Worth casting Detect Magic before I go, just to see if there's anything even worth, if it's even worth the time.
It
Vincent,
doesn't go that far a distance.
yeah, and you would know that detect magic is blocked by like 3 feet of wood or earth or water. And this is definitely 3 feet of water. There's no way you could detect anything beneath the surface.
This is probably a different spell, but there was a spell that could track magical stuff, and you'd have to like store it in like a silver box or a lead box. Does that mean you could just like store it in a water box? Could I store something magical in an aquarium?
To hide the detection?
It would block Detect Magic, but probably not other divination spells.
We'll cast a bunch of spells on
Flying
you
over
before
Lynn's
you go.
head, but he's trying to remember
Hero.
with this.
I read
I'll
a
hand
naughty
you
book about.
a water breathing potion, and I'll cast a few spells on you if you're ready to go.
Yeah, should I have a rope or tied to me, or do you think that would be more harm than good?
How far deep do you dive again?
I don't know, Neal, how deep is it, and how deep do I think I'll have to go?
Oh, you know,
I
it's
have
only
a
like
swimming proficiency.
most of the sunken island you can see around you is between 3 and 10 feet down. Of course, once you hit those edges, like it will go down further and further and further. So it really depends where you want to go. Like you could cruise around just at the 10-foot depth for quite a large area, or you could find the edge because you're near the edge. Your boat does not. You do not want to sail over this area that might only be 3 feet deep if you get hung up on something. So at the edge, it could go down well beyond your vision, or you could go out onto the island and you'd just be chilling. It'd be fine.
Where do you think I should search?
Underwater.
I think you should edge it. I read a book about edging.
Lynn looks disappointed, but he's invisible, so no one sees anything.
I'm sorry.
Theodore, I imagine that using a sword underwater could be quite difficult.
Yeah.
I just I hand you my dagger, but it's invisible, so it just kind of like touches you.
I've got a dagger.
Well, it's
I've
a
got a
magical
dagger.
dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I imagine that using that's going to be a lot easier than like using a long sword.
Well, roll your
sure this is-
strength bonus.
Okay.
Here's an enlarge as well.
I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that we could give you. We can throw ropes on the side of the ship so that like if we need to pull you up, you know, we have like a good chance of succeeding. Is there anything else we can give you?
What's your strength now, Theodore?
17.
Very nice. +1 to hit and damage.
It's good. It's really good.
So yeah, water breathing lasts 60 minutes, right?
If you say so.
Off of a potion?
Yeah.
Let me double check, but you've been given proper guidance on these things.
If a potion is made by a better wizard, is that potion better? Would it last longer based on their level?
No.
I think in my head, yeah. But I'm going to assume yes.
What's the bonus on the dagger? +1?
It's not currently known. I'm pretty sure that I have it
okay.
figured out, but it has not been actually established or confirmed.
+2.
The potion lasts
I
for
think it's better.
1 hour plus 1d10 minutes.
You should stab me while we're waiting.
No, I'm not going to stab you.
It might be poison, so that's good. No, wait, it's no other abilities.
Is there anything else that we can give you? That's what I'm trying to think if like there's any like way that we can give you like any small bonus. You have multiple daggers, water breathing, enlarged strength. I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
Give him all the luck we have. Good luck.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
Thoughts and prayers, Theodore.
Yeah.
Into the sea you go, Theodore, swimming. You can breathe underwater. A most fascinating feeling. Water sort of enters your lungs and makes them feel like heavy objects that slosh back and forth within your own body. There are bright fish. There's all sorts of little creatures. You've got this folklore proficiency, so you're pretty aware and keen about all the creatures that are in the area, at least the various types. Why don't you tell me what it is that you're looking for and how it is you go about exploring?
I think I'm starting just at the surface.
Wait, I actually just had another idea. So
Yeah.
let me,
Theodore, get back on the boat.
Yeah. Let's see.
I paddle in the water. Vincent, what is it?
How long do I think it takes someone to use the memory stone? I know you have to get used to it, right?
Oh yeah, you probably need like a few hours of practice with it before you could recall something well.
I think it's worth giving you the memory stone while you're down there. Want to have some practice using it first?
Captain.
Wait, Vincent.
Captain?
I believe there have been times where you've been
might be
overcome
torpedoing
by
the
a memory.
campaign.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that he is going to be overcome by a memory when he's down there, that's going to last 30 minutes, and he's already been down there for like 31 minutes, and he just dies. Is
I
there
don't
a
think
chance
it'll
of that?
incapacitate someone for that long.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to
all
keep your concentration. You can leave.
Okay. All right.
Just bear in mind if like some sea creature kills me,
Yeah.
then they'll take the
Yeah,
most.
for sure.
If we lose this and I almost died to it trying to get it from the hand, I'm gonna be silent.
I mean,
You
maybe
make a
if
good point. First
maybe
scouting
using
mission
it-
without the memory
yeah,
stone,
okay.
and then we'll think about it after.
Unless you
Neal,
want to go down there
Neal's
with
like,
him,
oh god,
Vincent.
it's gonna be
It could be
over.
your bodyguard. With 3
How about all
potions, right?
three y'all go down and I'll just stay on the boat with Wiley?
I don't have this.
We don't even know if there's anything worth going down there for yet.
That's
So
true.
first step is to just look around.
Okay.
Into the water you go, Theodore. Diving,
Yeah.
swimming, cruising along the surface. A great number of coral, fun-looking fish everywhere. You see little eels darting out between rocks, grabbing prey and dragging them back. Octopuses crawling around on the floor, trying to escape you, seemingly aware of your intelligent presence. Why don't you roll me... Oh, gosh. Let's make it easy. Let's just roll a D100, you know? Very
Can't
middle
do
of
too
the
bad.
road. Excellent. You swim about for 15 minutes very easily without spotting anything of concern. Every time you break water and look around, you can find the boat bobbing off in the distance. You know, it's been a little while. You make the right decision to head back in the direction of the boat as you're, you don't want to... Obviously, you're a good swimmer and you can swim to the surface and back to the boat, but it's nice to be close to it when the water breathing spell might break for any given reason. You peruse the surface and a couple of little rocks there. The only thing of interest that you see is the hull of a ruined ship, but it's been here for probably decades now. Not centuries, only decades. It's a smallish boat. Looks like someone tried to cross over this area, got caught up on a rock, everything sank, and life has since retaken the vessel. If you do you head down to check out the vessel?
Yeah.
Get the gold.
Yeah. You can swim down. You can find that a very large fish has made its home in the little bit of the hull that still provides structure. You get down into it and you can see these two big eyes looking out at you and a large mouth. The fish is maybe 200 pounds. What is that, like 90 kilos or something like that? So a large fish. Couldn't kill you or eat you in one gulp, but, maybe not a friend. Would you like to try to fight this fish to gain access to its lair, the hull of this abandoned shipwreck from decades ago?
Tempting, but no.
Okay.
I think I will. I guess how deep can I see before it's too dark to really
You
make
can,
it out?
when you're on the main section of the island, you can see pretty much everywhere. The hull of the ship does have a nice shade to it, which means, and the fish is right at the entranceway, so the fish and then the darkness pretty much block out everything within it. It's too dim underneath the shipwreck to see anything.
I guess having explored what was immediately obvious, I'm inclined to try and swim deeper, but I don't want to go too deep.
Yeah.
So
It's great. You've got
I
high
also
ends.
want
It'll
to
be
stay
fine.
clear of the fish.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll explore the other side first.
Yeah, you can find the other side of the
go a bit
wreck.
deeper.
The old planks resting gently against the old ribs and frames. The backside of it has sand and rock and coral and eelgrass and all sorts of stuff growing up and all around it. I should mention that this little shipwreck is still on the shallow part. The maximum depth here is 10 feet. There doesn't appear to be a second way into the ship.
I think I ignore the ship.
Alright.
It seems like it's very recent and probably doesn't have anything of value on it.
You
So-
head to the edge. You said you want to go
Yeah.
deeper. You want to go down the side of the island.
Well, Well, I guess I look over the edge. What do I see? Is it just darkness?
Well, the edge goes down and then flattens out for a little bit, and there's coral and fish and grasses all around it, and then it goes down again and gets a little bit deeper and a little bit dimmer. And as someone who's an experienced swimmer in the area, you would know that when you look down, it gets like hard to see, but when you get the lower you go, the more the deeper you can see, right? If you get down to 20 feet, you can still see around, but if you're at the surface, you couldn't see what's below the 20-foot mark. So, from where you are, it just looks like more of the same, but the allure of the dark and the deep and the abyss calls you. There could be treasure here. All sorts of treasure. Lost treasure.
I think Theodore's pretty confident that there's nothing to be found here. I mean, given Vincent's description of the memory, seems like they were just intending to completely wipe the island off the map, and they wouldn't leave anything of value. So, given that I'm very skeptical that there's anything to find here, I'm not really very willing to risk my life for this.
That's a fair
So
assessment.
I think I swim around at a kind of similar depth. I don't want to go much deeper. Maybe if I see something, like a glint of something or a man-made construction, then I would investigate further, but I'm not inclined to go deep into the sea here.
Yeah, give me one more D100 as you lurk around the edge, making a good decision not to go too far. Looking for something man-made. When you do spot one such thing, there is an old toppled column with a curved-in, fluted sides that has been sort of tipped and is resting awkwardly against the area. There's kelp grass, seagrass, eelgrass all around the base of it, and a few little barnacles that have managed to make hold on the old marble. But not a lot of life has claimed this thing. And this marble column is unlikely to be from a ship, unless it was a ship transporting marble columns that sank nearby and this just happened to fall off. This column, edges worn down with time, might be quite old.
I guess, is the column just on its own, or is it buried in something? Is there any more to the construction that I can see, like if it was part of the building?
I'm going to give you like a side view on the map. So like if this is the water at the very top, and then this is like the side view of the island as you're coming down, right? Like this is height and this is width. The column is resting sort of like this. So part of it is buried and part of it is sticking out above the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Theodore thinks to himself what this means. Probably just means that this building was probably on the island, and then as the island collapsed, it fell down. I guess if we were to excavate this is not something I could just like start picking up rocks and excavating, or is it?
You really have to get around and investigate the base.
All right, I get closer then to investigate like what I think it would take to dig this up.
The top of it isn't even resting on anything. There's a little bit of gap between the top of the column and the coral below. The base of the column is sitting in thick sand and mud that has, a couple of rocks in it, not too much. There's like all these little tiny divots in the sand all around the base of the column. Like there might be a colony of clams or something living around here. It looks like the sand could just be like pushed apart with your hand if you wanted to dig into the base.
I don't. How long has it been?
I don't have a diver's watch. It's been around an hour, 50 minutes maybe.
Okay. I think I head back to the surface.
Yes.
Yeah, you breach the surface. Fresh air fills your lungs. Sounds of
Captain, a
distant
mermaid.
shorebirds.
No, that's just Theodore.
Pull me up.
Fine looking mermaid, that would be.
Start pulling up.
Oh, Wiley. Got eyes for
I didn't
Theodore.
find much. There was a bit of a wrecked ship. It looked like it was something relatively recent, but there's a big creature living in there, so I didn't investigate it further. Given it was recent, I don't think it would be anything to do with the island. And then I did find a big stone column that was buried there. I think it seems difficult to excavate down there given it's underwater, and I'm not sure that there would be much to find.
No iconography on the column or anything like that? No.
Worn down by time.
Yeah, I nod.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, good exploration. While I was looking down, I got inspired to look for something else. We'll sleep here overnight, and I think I will try to. The actuator would probably be a landmark, right? I'll try to locate actuator.
Same thing.
I give you back the dagger.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I take it.
Did you have another casting of that today, or is that a tomorrow casting?
That's a tomorrow casting.
Okay. All right.
Lynn sleeps in tonight.
Theodore, you only saw one pillar?
Just one that I figure it was from a building on the island that fell in when it was destroyed.
Okay.
There could be more beneath the sand, though.
Vincent, I'm no general, but this place could potentially be used in some sea combat, lure some fleet into wrecking some of their ships on this. I mean, it's fairly difficult to find, so I just kind of shrug, maybe.
Spoken like a ship captain.
Might be useful to know that it's here at least.
Yeah, I will, while we're settling down for the night, I'll draw pretty detailed measurements. I look to, the north, east, and the southwest to see. Can you see the other islands from here? Probably not, right?
Definitely not the south one. I haven't mapped out what the north one is. Let me just roll a quick die here. Yeah, on a clear day, which it is right now, you can see the tip of a mountain off in the distance over here.
Draw an artistic visual to try to mark as accurately as possible where this island is.
And you want to do this on paper? You don't want to use your stone?
I'll do both.
Okay, cool. Well, the day passes. You weigh anchor. You rise in the morning. Still nice, clean, fresh air. Skies are a little bit darker. Winds are picking up a little bit, but you can still cast your spell. Looking for the inactuator. It returns, however, absolutely no results of any kind.
Yeah. The picturing is basically, I know generally what the actuator looks like, and I think fish would probably know about silver tubes and whatnot, so that's kind of what I locate out.
Yeah. You don't get a response. No direction. What does that tell you when you get a null result?
It's either destroyed or it's in a location the fish can't get to.
Can the fish respond?
What?
I wish.
No, this is like Lynn, not knowing how magic works. He's like, can the fish respond to your spell? Do fish know what silver is?
I think they would see it would be 2B. I think they know
Fish
the color
intelligent?
silver. Yeah.
Have I been so we're eating intelligent creatures?
Yeah, of course. They're delicious.
They're as intelligent as vampires are reasonable.
On a scale of 0 to 18, how intelligent would you say fishes are?
3.
Yeah,
I respond confidently.
I see. Okay, fair enough.
Well, party, is this a bust, or is it a secret that needs finding?
How many potions of water breathing do we have left?
You have several.
Several. If we're willing to burn through a lot of them, then we might be able to get some more information. But
I mean,
we
I
have to
think
use a
it's just
lot of
destroyed.
them, so I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think we would. The use that I could think of is to excavate that marble pillar, hoping there's something like a building underneath.
I mean, I think most likely is we just excavate a pillar and then we have a pillar.
Yeah.
Well, surely the pillar is connected to something interesting.
Well, it's
Why would
probably
there just be one
destroyed.
pillar?
I figured the whole building collapsed and everything's destroyed, but
Was the top of the pillar like cleanly cut, like it was designed to be right there, or was it like looked like a part of a roof and it was and it was all broken?
first.
Based off of Theodore's description and how much could you excavate in an hour?
How much do I think? Enlarged and strengthed. How much do I think I could excavate?
Enlarged in strength and excavating sand from around a pillar, how much could you do in an hour underwater without needing to surface for air? It's probably easier. It's probably easier
I
to
guess
move the
it's-
sand.
It's
Probably
probably
not.
better to say, like, if the pillar were attached to a building, could you successfully do it in an hour?
Excavate the building.
Yeah, or like excavate to a opening into the building, like a door or a window.
I mean, there's no way to know. Like, if there was an opening right beneath the surface, 100%. If the opening was, really deep down, there. I don't think there's any way to predict this. You'd have to just try.
We can move the ship optimally so that there's like the least amount of travel time necessary to like get to the pillar.
Is there a displaced liquid spell?
Yeah, can you make?
I think there
air
is
underwater,
destroy
Vincent?
water. It's a cleric spell.
I guess breathe water. Yeah, no, just the potions.
Out of character, I think this is a dead end. In character, I'm happy to explore this further.
Yeah.
It seems not to be the case, but my first thought was like, you know how like you build an entrance to like a town and you might like put pillars on each side? What if there's like one pillar and then if you went deeper, another one, and then like
Well, it was
it's actually leading
described
somewhere.
as the barnacles not being as much there as in other places, which makes me think that this has the same like magical energy that it was. There's like an alteration energy or something on one of the ruins with like the Chols. So I think this probably has like some kind of magical protection on it, which makes me think that like there is something underneath it.
That's a
But I'm also
pretty
trying
good
to think
point.
of like what if you have an island with a bunch of magic on it and a bunch of wizards, and you have a sphere of annihilation coming at you, like what do you do? Like what did the wizards do? Because if there's like a staff of like annihilation or like a staff of fireball, they probably didn't leave it below because they're probably using it to try to defeat Ishtar. But if they had something else, some other like more utility-based item, then it could possibly still be there.
How deep down was this? Like, if I went over it and then dove straight down, could I make it there in a minute?
Yeah, the pillar's only, 15 feet below water at the top of it. Maybe 20 feet at the top, and then it goes down another. Well, the pillar's probably like 12 feet tall, but it's at an angle, so do some trig.
Got it. Well, it's worth at least looking at with detect magic. So the next day I'll swim over it. I guess we can have everyone kind of join me, and then
Sure.
I don't think
Can I
I need a
swim?
water potion for this. I'll cast
Without
detect
swimming
magic and then
proficiency?
dive down.
And you have a swimming proficiency, Vincent?
I don't have the.
No, but like, how hard could it be to swim down and then get pulled up? I guess. I'll
Theodore
get
last
could
words.
rope tied to me.
pull like some wood, you could just kind of like
Yeah, it's not even
lifeguard
required.
it
So I'll
over.
just be weighed
That's a
down,
dice
and
roll.
then-
You're gonna put your life on a dice roll. I guess you do
No,
that.
that's what I talked about it beforehand. So we
I
make
follow
sure there
them.
is no dice roll. You know,
Yeah. There's
give
always a
like a
dice
life
roll.
preserver. Like, you know, give Vincent like whatever kind of floating mechanism he needs, like floaties, and then he casts a spell, and he goes down, and then he just sees if it's there, and then if it isn't there, or if it is there, Vincent just pulls him up and throws him back on board.
Because this, you know, by mechanics, if you were to sink like a rock, either by holding onto something or having someone help swim you down or whatever, you could submerge yourself and hold your breath for a couple of minutes, precast detect magic, channel it while you're down there, and then have someone pull you up. Like, the math works out. The math is 100% there. The only concern is that people who don't know how to swim when they're thrown into deep water, even if they have floaty devices, often panic and freak out. But you're not just a person. You're a 6th level adventuring wizard. I don't think you, in a structured situation like this, would panic and freak. I think you're more than capable of holding your breath for a couple of minutes. 1/3 your con. What's your con score?
It didn't sound like it would take too long either. I was
Yeah.
thinking this might take less than a minute.
Yeah.
Con score 10.
So you can hold your breath for 3 minutes. So you should be easily able to sink. I don't know if you know how to swim down, but you've got Theodore who can help pull you down. And then you just do your detect magic, which does take a little time, and then you yank the cord and you go right back up. It should be fine. It should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
My knowledge, detect magic won't even take any time. I'll cast it above the surface, and then I'll just dive down. Just
Sounds
need
good.
like
Yes, but it does need concentration when you're detecting. It's not a passive. You stop and focus for a round in a direction.
got it. So I go down right next to this pillar. I look at it for a minute.
Yeah, and then you come right back up. It should be totally fine. There'd have to be some sort of crazy disaster, like a shark comes through, eats through your rope, and fights off Theodore, and then you're stuck down there alone. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah.
Possible.
That's impossible. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Give Theodore the dagger back again.
Roll me a D100, Trump. Jeff. Vincent. It's fine. It's fine. You go down there, you get your detect magic. The pillar's not magical at all. It's just a regular old pillar here under the water. You come back up to the surface. It's just an old
I grumble.
ruin.
All right, over to the next island.
Okay.
Good
Crab
decision,
Island.
Captain.
And which is the next island? The next actuator? The last actuator?
Yeah, I guess we go clockwise. On each island, you know, I take a look at it to see if there's anything interesting. But
There is an armory before we hit the next.
oh yes,
elevator.
we'll look at the armory. And more
Wait,
details
isn't
there.
that the one held by the Veracity army?
I don't know. I
Maybe
just
not
have a
anymore.
labeled map.
We should definitely be a lot more careful when going there because if it
Yeah, if it's held by the Rossi Empire, then perhaps we skip this island. But
could be held by the White Prince now. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, things have changed. Maybe it's
Is
not.
that better or worse for us? It feels like it's
About the same.
Yeah.
About the same.
All right. Well, why don't we take a break as we leave this place and head to mMarshall, the island that has been labeled, or actually this is a set of islands that has been labeled as one of these armories. We will see you in mMarshall on the other side of our break. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Voyages of Dusk and Dawn. Our party is headed to mMarshall. mMarshall is the next place on your list. It is a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different islands scattered into this one area. It's generally referred to as mMarshall. Small little canal, actually these are quite large canals, divide these places. The canals have shallow water between them, but Port Jasper sits on a deep port. Couple of mountains scattered throughout the area, hills, beautiful trees, forests. It doesn't have that same jungly vibe that so much of the rest of the Dardennes has. This area looks a little bit more temperate, maybe a little bit more like Pacific Northwestern-y style rainforests instead of your, Ecuadorian jungles. Your little tiny vessel can find these places and immediately begin, churning through these channels, looking at little village after little tiny village after little town, big old mountain. God, civilization, normalcy, regular people, and, some walls and battlements and ballistas and snapping flags of armored warriors, making sure that this idyllic little paradise on the southern end of the Dardanelles stays idyllic. Or else.
What types of flags are they? Is it an obvious, like, one of the larger factions? Is it
Nope,
obvious?
no White Prince flags flying here. I don't think anyone recognizes any of these flags. There's different flags in each town. You'd have to be a local expert to know anything about what's going on here.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Where
Nice.
where would you like to
Is
go?
Wiley a local expert of Monster?
Ha! Wiley tells you a tale. Years ago, I ran with this crew who came here to Monshare without me, against my better advice, and they went to this, and he talks about this island over here on the left side, somewhat in from the outer rim, and it's not but dust and a dead lake and a set of mountains. And there they found a great and ruined city, and they crawled within it, excavating it, looking for lost treasures, looking for all sorts of loot. And loot they found indeed, but they also found the things that do not sleep. A creature who rose from the grave to attack them and defeated it. They did, vanquished it even. But secondly, that creature rose again the very next day and came after them, choking, grasping, trying to reach them, and they put it down, and yet the day after it rose once more. What lies in that section of Monshare does not rest. It comes night after night, day after day, until it finds you. In that dead wasteland of naught but dust and ruined cities, that may be where your armory lies. Or,
you're saying it's
it
already
could be
been
on any
looted?
other island too. But there is a ruined city there that's not but dust and dead bones that come back to life and eat the people.
That is quite a tale. Did you mention that the crew you had ran with had already taken all the stuff from it?
Yeah.
They took what they could find, but they didn't explore the whole city. They were driven back by the creatures there. They did mention some sort of... Well... they're all dead by now. I suppose it's okay to say. They did come across some sort of odd sacred site where one of them who had been touched by an entity, an unknown entity, skin combusted upon entering part of the dungeon.
It's a strange people.
Was it
Your former crew
dedicated?
line.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry,
No,
what?
you're good. Was it dedicated to a specific deity?
I wasn't there. They didn't say. They just said that.
What
sails
magic
burst
did they
into flame.
find?
But they found some
You
treasure.
said they found treasure.
Loot, great and glorious
Loot.
loot.
Did they just acquire material wealth, or did they find magic items, or is it too long ago?
I wasn't with them on this voyage. I was back at the lair. When they returned, they had bounty and booty from a great many places and didn't say which came from where. This has
Fair
been
enough.
15 years ago, 10 years ago? I can't remember exactly the details. But there could be
Fair
more
enough.
treasure if you don't mind exploring the desert sands. It's more dust than sand, really.
Sounds worth exploring. Thanks, Wiley. Do you know
course.
anything about civilization here? Such as, I don't know if we know the names that are written here, Christine Keep and Port Jasper.
He will talk to you about Christine Keep and Port Jasper, and he'll tell you that the people here are soft and kind once you get past their hard and distrustful exterior. I've come through this area many a time, but I think I'm a little recognizable now. Not that I got any trouble whatsoever. But each island's its own separate little kingdom with its own separate little keep. Port Jasper is the largest town, but Christine Keep is where, at least it used to be, the bulk of well-armed killers lived.
Lawful killers, or?
Oh, quite lawful
Brigands?
indeed. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, as long as you're following their law, they're quite lawful.
So a merchant could sail up and be
Oh,
fine.
certainly. I think they'd bring you no ill will, but may look at you a mite distrustful, since they don't know your name and know your family, and they've done no business with you before. But no more than any other port, I suppose.
Okay. Do you know if Port Jasper was recently constructed, or has it been all the way from far back?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that one. I'm not much for the history of humanity. I'm much more for the history of gold, the history of emeralds, the history of sapphires.
Wonderful. Well, we may just find that in that dust pit. But first, let's go look at Port Jasper.
Okay. As you sail through these islands, you have two memories that ring true for you. The first is of Celestria, the one who often shows you the old secrets, the one who seems to be storing memories for her inheritors of how to access all the things. This is
Yes, to
another.
double check. Is Celestria also the person who has a bunch of students and is a Archmage teacher?
No. The one with the teacher, I don't think I have names written down here, but I don't know if you know these names. But that's the person with the Archmage teacher with the husband who's a cook. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's a different person. Would you like
Got
to
it.
give them? Actually, this is written in. I think you've got these names. They're written in a different pen altogether. That's Renee and Kip. Renee being the Renee Softwater and Kip Softwater.
Is Renee the woman?
Renee is the woman. Renee Softwater, the enchanter, and her husband Kip Softwater, who's just a nice guy. He's just a dude doing his duty things.
Cool.
All right. Your memory from Celestria. You stand before a great mountain. And there in the great mountain is a doorway, an archway made of solid stone wall. And Celestria is there standing, holding the amulet before her. And she walks up to the great stone and points out, like, to the left, keyhole here, and then points out to the right, and withdraws one of these like long pointy sticks and emergency keyhole over here, and sort of plunges the stick into one of these. It's not a nice carved hole. This is more of like just a crevice or a crack in the natural stone that she puts around there and sort of like jiggles it and jostles it until it goes in a good 2 feet, and then the wall fades before her, and within it is a small little chamber, a couple of extra little doors with little grates on the top, and in front of the doors in this little tiny chamber is like a little bench, a little shelf with a pair of chairs there, and a portrait of the great Archmage Ferris hanging above it. And then Celestria says, "And this is the armory of Monshare, accessible by all normal means." And then the memory fades. The second memory is, once again, of Ishtar on his boat, in his fleet, calling down hellfire that rains across an island, sets the entire thing ablaze, Stones fall from the sky, crushing the city below. You can hear your fans, your allies, your minions cheering as the last stronghold of your enemy is destroyed. Completely and utterly underneath the meteor swarm that you have called down upon them. A sense of, it's done.
Huzzah.
There shouldn't be any more usurpers floats through your body. You feel accomplished. You feel like it's time for you to flex now. Now that the war to deal with your localized enemies is done, it's time to reach out and take the rest of the world.
Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah.
Does the name Ishtar, because I don't know if we have it written down anywhere, is there any kind of like etymology that I could do with that? Like without because I don't have I don't have an ancient history or anything like that, but does that mean anything in terms of like, oh, that has like a bad connotation because of this, or it was made into this word or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right.
It's a good follow-up question though. Like, is Ishtar a name that went down in history?
You didn't know this name before you found these rings. I don't think it's a name that any of this party would know, but that doesn't mean someone who's a specialist in history would not know it, right? It's not commonplace. It's not like Alexander the Great or Julius Caesar, but it's like Pyrrhus of Epirus. And if you know Pyrrhus of Epirus, then you know that's where we get Pyrrhic victory from, but most people probably don't know Pyrrhus of Epirus.
We could maybe look for a sage in Port Jasper? If such a person lives there? Local person that is an expert on the history of the islands, maybe?
How big are these cities, Wiley? Do you think?
Oh, quite
there'd be
small.
someone
Yeah, Port Jasper's probably like a couple thousand people.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
we've
not.
been on the ocean for too long. Let's enjoy some civilization.
Absolutely. You come on into, I take it, Port Jasper, the biggest port around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a nice big old dock. The waters around here are a little shallow, but there's a deeper section for Port Jasper where all the large ships come up to. And then there's lots of little small boats that like come to and from Port Jasper to weave through these canals to reach all the other sections of all the other islands, making it quite easy for, goods to flow around as long as they start in Port Jasper. There's some docking fees that you're going to have to pay. It's a little expensive. It's a gold piece a day here for docking fees. But they welcome you with open arms, a jingle of the purse, hey, there's a great tavern and inn right over here if you're looking for the famous Port Jasper hempen ropes. Well, they come from the finest jute strands, well over there near the lake on the southwestern side of the island. Port Jasper hempen ropes made from jute, best things around. Is the pitch that you get as you come off the boat.
Incredible. Do you have a sample?
Of course we have a sample. And he just walks over to a random rope that's lying on the ground and holds it up and waves the frilled end in your face and says, now, I know what you're saying. Hemp and jute are two different plants, but not quite. We have mastered a hybrid of hemp and jute. It does not have the intoxicating flowers of the hemp plant, and it does not have the rough texture of the jute plant. It is a perfect little hybrid. And, he demonstrates its strength, its durability, its softness for you. It looks like, basically everyday rope. It's clearly not living up to the great praises he's offering. But, maybe there's some niche things where the performance gains are important.
I try to smoke it. I cough a lot.
It's just bad. Yeah, you go. Actually, I think you probably get stopped before you set the rope on fire. when you bring out your lantern and you're like, all right, let me burn the rope, and the person's like, excuse me, you have to buy the rope before you burn it.
I throw him a gold.
I'm sorry, this is just a local dock group. If you would like to buy some rope, there's a general store down the way that sells it.
Well, thank you for the welcome. I think we'll take you up on that. And we need a rest in the tavern.
Of course.
Your ships are well looked over, well docked, I presume?
You mean, well,
they'll
you're
be
concerned
safe
about
here.
pirates. I see.
Yes.
He points down to one end of the dock and then to the other end of the dock where there are these two giant heavy ballistas set up. If any pirates dare come near Port Jasper, or anyone does anything devious and then tries to flee Port Jasper, our heavy ballista shall sink them in no time whatsoever. Please, rest assured, no harm shall come to your vessel, and if you bring harm to anyone else's vessel, your life will be cut short.
Excellent to hear, because we are great to find a safe haven here from all the goings-on of the empires of Rossi and Drakus and the White Prince. Have you heard anything about what's been going on out here?
Oh, well, I have heard that the empires of Drakus and Vorossi are no more, that their fleets were destroyed in a great storm, and the remainders eaten by Telemachy, the great dragon of the Dardanelles. The White Prince hasn't been seen in years, and once and for all, peace has come to Monshare. May we enjoy the blessings of 3 dead empires.
You know, you'd think the Drakissians would be better at dealing with a dragon, I say, and I, like, tap them and try to laugh.
Why would they be better at dealing with a dragon?
Didn't they deal with the dragon?
Oh, actually, is that a history of theirs? If so, their children are not as good as their forefathers.
I laugh way too loud at his joke.
I'll be right back.
Lesser son of
Sure.
greater sires.
No.
DM's gone. We can do whatever we want.
That's right. I cast Wish.
So I might tank, or I might get rid of Wiley because he seems to be a crutch that we don't need anymore. No, I'm kidding.
Quick. Very quick.
Is there a sheriff's office in this town?
Of course. Sheriff is just on the way.
I want to head over there and just see if there's like a list of bounties for wanted pirates that
Yes.
I could collect on.
You come across Sheriff Shirley's office, and surely enough, Sheriff Shirley has a list of wanted faces.
Do I see
Hand-drawn.
Wiley's face?
What are the bounties looking
Nope.
like?
No.
Nope.
I mentioned the great pirate Wiley. Anything?
Yes. Well, how do you mention it?
We were shipwrecked off. I was looking for mermaids. We were shipwrecked. I believe this great Captain Wiley was the captain that shipwrecked us, and then I just heard rumors. I wanted to know if you knew anything.
There has been a pirate around these parts for the last better part of a century these days, I think. That goes by the name Wiley. He's, I think, the most frequently arrested pirate in all of the Dardanelles. He spent a little time in our jail here maybe 20 years ago. Yeah.
So no
You
bounty
have
on
heard
his
of him.
head.
I think he's paid his dues. If he's still alive, and he must be very old by now, but if he's still alive, I can't imagine he's much of a threat. He only had one hand at the time, and yeah.
I heard he has no hands now. So he's the worst pirate you've ever heard of?
No. But I've begun to think that he actually prefers being arrested to being on the open seas. Something about 3 square meals a day and being able to talk up his accomplishments without actually having to prove anything. I wasn't sheriff at the time, but I do recall seeing the man dragged into the prison, into the stockades for a while. Odd that you would mention him. Have you seen him about particularly recently?
Yeah, but not around here. But I believe he was on a ship that capsized my ship.
She shrugs. Well, there's no bounty out for him, and I don't think there's any arrest warrants out for him right now. So, if you see him, just tell him to behave himself, I suppose.
What about the great pirate Neal Rim?
Her voice comes to a stop. Her eyes level you dead in the face. Great pirate Nilrum?
Well, he called himself that, I heard. It was just rumors. I've never met the man.
Pirate's the wrong word here. Arsonist, psychopath, mass murderer, serial killer. A vengeful
Orphans.
force.
I heard he had a thing for kids. I don't know in what context.
You seem very giddy about a very dark topic. What's your business?
sorry.
No. What's your business in
heard-
Port Jasper?
There was some rumors that he destroyed.
No, what is your
a long time
business in Port Jasper? She says, putting a hand on her arming sword.
I wanted to donate to an orphanage, and I take out like a pack of like 50 gold and say, is there an orphanage here that I can give this gold to you to? And
There's
then
no
you can give it to them?
orphanages in Port Jasper.
Okay, then never mind. Wrong island. I apologize.
What's your business in Port Jasper?
Oh, just, selling doodads, collecting doodads,
Ma'am?
finding doodads.
Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your business in Port Jasper?
I'm just a hired. I don't know. I just work here. I'm just a hired. I'm really good with a glaive, and this guy's the captain. He keeps me around. You'll have to ask. Any further questions should probably go to Vincent.
You'll have to forgive Maya's way of speaking. She's just an apprentice of mine. I'm a merchant. We're really sailing around. This seems like a lovely island.
You may wish to
Very
keep
nice.
your bodyguards under a tighter leash. Speaking with mirth and frivolity about some of the darker deeds that have happened in this area may paint the wrong impression that you are allied with such people. I
didn't even know
hate-
about this figure.
What did he do? I say while I'm like writing down the the wanted posters.
Why don't you
I
ask your
leave.
giggling friend?
I walk
Vea,
out.
what did he do?
I can't hear you. I've already left.
The
Tackle
sheriff
opportunity?
leans in close towards Vincent. You would best keep an eye on that one. I sense a dark soul there that may bring you misfortune out of boredom.
Noted. Thank you.
I'll see all of you around. I'm sure of it. Your faces are all quite distinct.
True, I have half my face is burned by a fireball.
Via, if you do throw a look over your shoulder, you will catch the sheriff looking very intently at you as you walk away.
Okay, I do see it, but I just assumed was gonna hit on me because I've got very low charisma. So I just assume she's looking at me and staring at my butt or something.
Right, of
Absolutely.
course. What a safe belief. And with that, you can leave the sheriff's office and go through town.
Yeah, we need some rest and relaxation, don't we? How about we stay the night at an inn?
Sounds good.
Right.
Should I watch over the boat?
Yeah, I was
We don't need anyone to watch over the boat. We can have
I'm
Wiley.
I'm not worried
come
about the
in.
boat. I'm worried about somebody finding Wiley. I don't know if they're going to do a check on our boat.
Wiley's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want him.
I just go to the end. That's for sure.
Yeah. We'll grab Wiley. Like I was thinking he was with us anyways. But yeah, Wiley, you deserve a stay at Fort Jasper, right?
He looks up sheepishly from the back of the pack, overhearing the whole conversation and somehow avoiding any
Oh.
detection. Tavern would be nice. You know, as you get away from her. What that woman was saying was pure hogwash. I did spend less than a year here in jail, but it's just, that was... Never in all my days on the sea have I been so badly insulted by someone. She didn't even... I was standing there. She didn't even reckon... He loses his words.
Kids these days.
He loses his temper, or his happiness, and sulks at the back of the party as you make your way to the Happy Clam, the inn and tavern down at the docks on Port Jasper.
You've lost your edge, buddy. I'm sorry. And I pat Wiley on the back.
How dare you?
He spent a life building a reputation as a fearsome pirate, and over here they just think of me as some old has-been who never was. What have I been
Vincent,
doing?
you mentioned an emergency opening. Should I go buy a 10-foot pole?
From that, from the vision, is it the same type of opening as all the others, where you poke the stick?
Yeah, it's a crack instead of like the other ones have been like drilled holes. This is more of like a natural crack in earth, but it's just a long, thin pole that she pokes in there.
Yeah, we've got a quarterstaff, or we have a wand, whichever side is more proper. Alright, well, eat up, enjoy your night off.
Lynn feels a little bad because now he thinks that the fish are intelligent creatures, but he still eats them.
You've changed
Does it
your
make it
entire life's opinion on fish by one conversation.
Yeah, he's a wizard. He knows these things, man. He's a wizard. Yeah. If he says the thing, then yeah,
All right.
Lynn's
No,
just like, he's a wizard, my man. Yeah.
That's fair. Super fair.
Presumably
Yeah.
there's a fish for dinner, possibly?
Of course. It's a primary thing out here. Fish and chips is
figure.
the go-to.
A round of fish and chips for everyone.
Food is
Yes,
brought
fantastic.
out. Everyone is served. It all goes swimmingly. Wiley keeps a very quiet position. Keeps facing the front door, waving his daggered hands around, almost as if he's trying to attract attention. But much to his disappointment, no one pays the crazy old man in the corner too much attention. Maybe even actively avoiding looking at the crazy old man in the corner. The stories get wild. He drinks as best as he can, but without hands, it's very hard to down a lot of ale.
Lynn tries to help him. Lynn feels
Yeah.
really bad for Wiley. Lynn tries to help.
And I'll say, hey, Wiley, look, if people don't appreciate the legend of the great pirate Wiley, if you wanted to start up again, I would happily fund your pirating adventures for like 10% of your take. I'll give you 100 gold right now.
I'm not even a pirate anymore. Just the
You could
crazy
be.
old
I
man on
believe
the
in you.
boat who tells
Of course
stories.
you are, Wiley. Of course.
I pat him on the back, Captain. Don't say that, Captain.
It's not a pirate ship. It's a merchant ship. God, I'm not even a merchant. I'm just a useless deckhand.
No,
You
wait,
should make me walk the plank. Put me out of my misery with some style, some finesse.
Why, Wally, you fought alongside us
Noted.
at our best. That young woman just doesn't know about you.
Vincent, do you know about an undead creature that works the way that Wiley described? Something that comes back day after day?
Do I?
It's a revenant, says
No.
Captain Wiley. A revenant is what it's called.
Oh.
At least that's one name for him. You know, when I was a young man, my home island was covered with undead. You see, a long time, and he goes into this long story about how, a necromancer turned all the corpses on an island into zombies to take it over, and how those zombies and skeletons are still cruising around to this day, and blah, 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 blah. Another
I've been told
tall
that liches
tale.
are quite reasonable.
Spark's gone out of his eyes. He tells the story out of habit, not out of enjoyment.
I ask Wiley, undead all just burn up in the daylight here, right?
Oh, that's what they say. Should be fine, right? Should be fine.
Yeah, the party of old that you mentioned probably would have a much harder time, because I think back then undead didn't burn up, right?
Oh, that was the great light of Illumis moment maybe a decade ago? But that was before. That after. No, that was after the crew I had sailed with. I think. But you know, the ruins, the city, the undead, they're all underground. Although I suppose if you take the treasure and then run to the surface very, very quickly, you should be safe. As long as you get off the island before sundown. And as long as the revenants don't walk on the sea floor and crawl up your anchor.
Wiley, could you tell me the story about how you freed Telemachy again?
Another time, lass. My heart's just not in it.
I go get him around.
No. Let an old man make his way to bed before everyone else. And the old pirate heads upstairs to his room.
Lynn sees this as a cautionary tale for thief/rogue.
No retirement.
Well, I mean, maybe he retired too late. Maybe if he retired when he had his hands and his legs.
Maybe. All right. Well, the party rests for the night. Is there any other information you wanted to ask or get from places around here, Vincent?
That's about it. I see there's some mountains here on this particular island. Does it seem like the mountain from the memory might be one of these, or is it probably that one by Christine Keep, or the one on the north side?
Yeah. Let's see. We didn't really talk about the route that you came in on your boat. I imagine it was something like this. That was just my own imagination. So a quick trip through all of the islands to look at the different mountains might answer your question on the next day.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And answer your question, it absolutely does. It is without a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the mountain at Christine Keep. As soon as your vessel kind of sails into this little narrow passageway over here, the memory comes back as a flash. Most of it is the same as it was 3,000 years ago. And that doorway should be in the center, in between these two mountains, right where Christine Keep is, in fact, is where your doorway ought to be.
Interesting. Christine Keep didn't exist in the memory then.
It did not. Or maybe it was like behind you. Maybe like Christine Keep, like she just didn't turn around. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll sail into Christine Keep.
Yeah, there's a river that exits out into the sea, and your boat is shallow enough that you can make your way mostly upriver until eventually you hit a sandbar and you'll have to turn your boat into a briefcase and walk with that, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. The party heads up.
They don't have a harbor, right?
No. They're hard to get to. The party walks up the idyllic riverside. You see some halfling mounds in a little village on one side of the river or another. You walk through it, and there's cheerful little halflings calling out in the common tongue with thick accents or shouting out in their own racial language. They seem pretty relaxed and calm. You don't see any swords or bows or spears or spells. You don't see any monsters anywhere. There's no walls or like defensive structures of any kind as you walk along this gentle little riverside. Eventually, you come to what must be Christine Keep. And lo and behold, Christine Keep is built mostly near a lake, but also right up against the mountainside. The area of the door that you see in your memory is now definitely sitting within the keep itself, or perhaps even served as the basis for the keep, which has then expanded outward. That spot on that mountain There's a whole fortress there now. The
Cool.
only defensive structure around here.
And there's like a small village that's surrounding the keep, I guess.
Yeah, a small little village of humans and halflings cruising around. They're fairly welcoming. A couple of soldiers watch from a good distance away, like a little trio, 2 of them with spears, 1 of them with a bow. They watch from far enough away that they're not bothering you, but they're definitely like watching the new people who have just showed up from, let's call it 300 feet.
Cool. Does it seem obvious that the keep is open or closed to visitors?
There is a drawbridge over a moat that is presently down. There are guards stationed at it. You get the impression you could at least go up and ask what's going on. Generally speaking, the broad rule of thumb is, don't invite strangers into your defensive fortifications so they can see what your defenses are. But, some places are a little more chill. Sometimes it's required to enter a keep to perform certain duties or tasks. So, who knows?
Makes sense. Yeah, I'll wave at, the very friendly people who halflings in general are friendly, I think.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen any halflings. Good to see them.
Idyllic little creatures who may have plenty of worries but rarely show them, They tend not to pay attention to the big details in the world because they're just too small to do anything about it, and they've got a good attitude, Dwarves are often dour lot, and halflings are the other side of that coin. The world's big and scary, and I can't do anything about it. Might as well enjoy my life. And then they just, have a good time. These assholes.
How dare you?
How dare you?
They do grow the finest pipeweed.
That is the rumor. They also say that halflings can taste the amount of that they can taste the fertility of a soil and know intrinsically what it needs added to it to produce the right sorts of things. They'll say it's too salty or it has too much of an asparagus taste to it, and then they'll add decomposing fish bones to the soil. No one ever talks about the halfling racial abilities to taste dirt, but it's their most important racial.
Yum. Well, I'll walk up to one of the keep guards and say, hello, I'm Vincent, a traveling merchant, and I would love to... great place you have here.
Hello, Vincent, traveling merchant, says the guard in their thick Monsharian accent. Thank you for your compliments. Christine Keep is the bastion of strength across all Monshare.
Your guys are doing a very good job of keeping Monshare a lovely place. Could I look around this keep?
Pardon?
Could I want to see the bastion that keeps the entire island chain safe.
Sir, we could not keep the island safe if we shared our secrets with every passing man.
I see.
However, there are the dormitories, which are designed to hold the whole population of Monshare should trouble strike, and those are open to the public. He points behind him across the courtyard to a very wide entrance covered with stones and rocks that heads deeper into the keep. Beside it is like the doors and stables and all like the bureaucratic fortress parts, and this is just like a big tunnel like you might have in a football stadium or something that goes straight back.
Okay, does it look like the dormitories like circle around to go into the keep?
Nope, it looks like a boop, straight shot into the mountain, while to the right of it is all the, like, you know, a couple of doors, a little walkway, nice tile roofs, windows. It looks like there is this dormitory-esque or this, fallout shelter style area, and then like a little fortress built around it.
Nice. I would imagine my memory says that the way to get in is through these guards, not in the dormitory area.
You haven't seen the same archway yet, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly. Like, is it here, or is it 10 feet over there, or is it 20 feet over there? So you'll have to explore from this point.
Got it. Okay. I thank the guard, and we'll go visit the dormitory.
Yeah. You can walk on through. There's a couple of torches that are spread out that light the way. The passageway runs 30 feet back until you hit a wall with an archway of carved stones, a keyhole, although the keyhole is more just like a rectangular chunk taken out of a section of the archway, and a fissure on the right side. This is the armory from your memory, only the fake wall isn't there. It's just open. And beyond it, where in your memory you saw the little table and the portrait, well, the portrait's gone and the table's gone, and the doors beyond have been ripped off their hinges and opened up, and you can see that there's beddings, like multiple bunk beds scattered throughout the area. And then as you look to your right, the doors there are gone, and there's like barrels and boxes of water and food. This armory, this great and ancient armory, has long been opened, emptied, and turned into administrative space, sheltering space. It's been repurposed. And I don't know, maybe in your heart there are hopes that someone forgot a little bit of treasure, but the armory is cracked wide open. A common space.
Wow. Awesome.
You are free to explore this to your heart's content. No guard has followed you in here. There's one station, who could see the entrance, the big entrance to the tunnel, but, no one's paying attention.
Oh, I'll wander in and explore.
Yeah.
If I remember right, armory, well, there's some fancy guarding sometimes on these walls, so when we're out of sight, I'll detect magic the wall to see if there's, ancient protected magics on it.
You cast your detect magic. You scan the walls around you. You find no remnants of magic except for a single magic lantern that hangs in the main atrium of this dormitory, as they're calling it, which provides smokeless light throughout the area. It's clearly a more modern object. Everywhere you go throughout here, even the places that look like they have etchings and runes written into them, detect no magic. Maybe someone came along and explored all the magic and took it already. Maybe it was destroyed, maybe it faded. But this place has been fully opened, fully explored, and all magic save the new lantern looted probably long ago.
Maybe for some reason they took maybe they have the magic here. Maybe the local noble, whoever's in charge, has the magic, but it's also possible that the armory was open and then the weapons were moved to that island where they stood up against Ishtar and he cast Meteor Swarm. So maybe that's where the items lie. So even though this is where the ancient armory was, maybe the items were moved for some reason.
Possibly. That does sound like it would be strange to keep the magical items there in that pool rather than here.
Yeah.
Captain, can I borrow ink and quill?
Sure.
Okay. I go over to a corner and I draw my symbol, which I've decided is a V with an A over it and then a cross. And they're stacking on each other. So I just randomly, on a corner, just a random corner, draw my symbol.
A V and an A with a cross?
Yeah, so it's like a V and then an A right on top of it, and then the cross would make the A, but it would go through like the middle of both.
Like like what I've drawn here on the map.
Bring the A and the V closer together, like on top of each other.
Oh, okay, like a diamond almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even more like where the top of one is meeting the bottom of the. There we go. Yeah.
Mm.
And not that middle line, but just the cross in between.
Got it.
Yeah, that's my symbol. All right.
That's also the symbol
Okay.
of Malsifer Winter.
Well, you know, legends. Maybe it's really my symbol first. Who knows? It's fine.
Let's hope no one here knows of Malsifer
Does
Winters.
Vincent have a response to that, Mark?
I don't think he has any reason to know it.
Oh.
No idea
Well,
what this is.
Doesn't he have that? Okay.
Oh, maybe I do. Does this look like a symbol on my back?
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the
Well, I
question that I
bet.
had.
I forgot that you have that impression. That was years
Yeah.
ago
Yeah.
now. Yes, I guess she draws the symbol that's been burned onto your back on the wall.
I say, Captain, and I show him my leg where I've tattooed that same symbol. No, Captain, this is. I have no idea what you're referencing, but this is my symbol. I've tattooed it.
What is
It's
your
fine.
backstory?
Wyatt, where have you seen this
Are
symbol
you a
before?
cult member?
No, I promise. I promise. It's a V and an A. VehuArt. It's all it is. I apologize. This is pure coincidence. Is it even coincidence? It's not even a thing. It's like you saw some lines. I drew some lines.
Can I
I'm the
charisma
reborn
check
version
Veya
of
right
whatever
now?
this evil thing is.
Can I charisma check her?
I think you can just have your own doubts. I don't think it needs to be
Okay.
mechanized. It
Oh,
sounds
sure. Okay.
exceedingly fishy to everyone
Yeah,
present.
and earlier today I was told that this is a person with a dark spirit or something. And now there's
Hey.
like this weird symbol.
Hey, it's chaotic neutral. I haven't decided if I am on the path for evil yet, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Well, it's quite the symbol. Why?
Can I ask what your reference for this is?
Yeah, I'll make sure that we're out of eyeshot of anyone else in the crew, and I'll show you my back, which has that symbol.
I like trace the symbol on, like I feel the scars on his back.
Why do you have a tattoo, Vincent?
Oh,
Did you get
It's a
drunk one
tattoo.
night?
I told you about this lich that was going to kill us all.
Oh, was that part of the deal that he put a mark
Yeah.
on you as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you doing the Lynch's? Are you a product of the? Have you died? I feel his skin. Are you dead?
This game is warm
No.
to the touch.
Okay. Sorry for doubting you, Captain.
So, you work for Drekis, but you have the mark of a lich?
Yeah, I think the lich might find me useful someday, but that day has yet to come.
Did the Lich have a name? Was it Eraser?
I was introduced to the name, right?
This was like 4 years ago. I can't remember anything.
Yeah. I can't either.
Remember.
I don't remember.
I think he got the first name, but I'm only like 30% sure of that, so I could be completely wrong. In game, it's also been a while, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, in game it's been 8 years, maybe?
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
I can't
for
remember
sure.
exactly, but it's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm sure if that character had introduced themselves to me, I would have remembered.
Yeah. Also, it's worth noting that this is almost the symbol. The symbol that you have actually has an extra peak on each side, so it's very, very close. But if you look at it a little bit longer, it's a facsimile.
And Vincent, you're not getting any other indications of any other hidden passageways or anything else, are you?
I don't know.
There's
It
a-
looks like
Okay.
it's been repurposed for civilization.
Then I think the Meteor Swarm Island it is then, I guess.
Well, the entire Monshare region was meteor swarmed, right? Not just that one.
No, just this
I
one.
think it was just
Just
I think
this
it was
one
just that
island.
piece.
Oh, just that one island in particular. Okay.
Yep.
Which I'm also curious if that radiates magic like the Deadlands did, because it's possible that this was a natural meteor swarm or something, and the other one was the one that used the Philosopher's Stone. So
For a
maybe
moment there, you
it's-
had me confused when you said a natural meteor swarm.
Well, like a use of the spell normally, and then the other one was like
Yeah, I got you.
amped, juiced up with like more power.
Yeah.
Got the juice.
I say to the party, I'm like, do you think Ishtar was just like really what's it called? You know, when you're trying to compensate for something, you know, do you think Ishtar was just like kept on doing like worse and worse things because he didn't feel secure about himself? Do you think Ishtar was just insecure? You know, the way he
Possible.
could get attention was by like destroying islands.
Mass murder because of your insecurities.
Yeah, mass murder because of your insecurities.
It's I'm sure that the exact reason why he did the things he's done has been lost to the ages. But hopefully there was good reason for it.
I doubt it.
Well, party.
Maybe.
Do we want to go explore this dead wasteland of an island filled with undead creatures and a ruined city in which there might be some loot and some godly forces?
Yes.
In the morning.
Excellent.
In the morning, sure.
Excellent. All right. You can find one of the little inns near Christine Keep. Spend the night there. Actually, you probably have plenty of time. You know, this is not a great distance. This is a couple of miles. That's only, you know, mid-afternoon. Although maybe you don't want to leave during mid-afternoon to go to the Undead Island.
Yeah, for
Maybe the
something that's
morning's good.
respawning every day, I think it's. I don't know. That would at least be my opinion.
Yeah, I think the break of dawn is a good time. We'll call it early in Christine Keep. We'll head off to there before the sun starts rising, and then get there at sunrise.
Okay. We're going to take a short break and come back on the other side with a little more Voyages of Dusk and Dawn. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Voyages of Dusk and Dawn. Our party is leaving the peaceful, idyllic shelter of Christine Keep and this northern western isle, and we're headed down to what has been described to us as a badlands filled with dust and dead and undead, and a ruined city by a lake bed, mountains burned to ash. We'll find out what we see as we get here. Any precautions we'd like to take, party?
Actually, yes. One thing, Vincent, I ask you for your shirt.
What? Why?
Off your
I have
back,
a
off his
gift
back.
for you, but I do need your shirt.
Sure.
All right, I take a shirt. I'm going to take the cloth that I have in the boat, and I'm going to cut two squares. I'm going to form two pockets in the front, like breast, that's like open on both sides. And then I'm going to tie a 50-foot that I cut in half, so 25-foot string to his memory stone. So if something happens again where like something grabs it and starts pulling it, there's a 25-foot strand of string that's attached to it.
Wait, you're sewing his string into his shirt? His memory stone into his shirt?
No. So the string's loose in a pocket, but if you pulled the chain and the chain snapped and you were like pulling the memory stone, you'd be having the chain attached, but you'd also have this thread attached.
And you think the thread is stronger than the chain?
No, absolutely not. No. It's
okay.
It's not there to like keep it from being pulled. It's there so that you can see it because it's just a long thread.
So when he's walking around, the chain is like maybe bouncing. Is this thread also like slowly falling out? Like this just sounds, I think I understand that you're trying to create, you're making it as like a
Probably
flag marker,
possible,
but it also sounds to me like
but
this is
seems
one of those
unlikely.
things that is going to be like constantly in your way, where you've got like a little bit of thread falling out of your breast pocket and you keep shoving it back in all day long. I'm not opposed to this, but it has
I
that
can make
vibe
it
of like,
proficiency to make it like not be annoying.
I'll interrupt. Lynn, instead of a string, can you just sew it into a pocket and then have just a tiny hole opening towards his skin so the stone can touch his skin, but it's technically sewn into the shirt?
so
Can I
do
do
you
that?
have to re-sew it every time you change your shirt?
I just
Well,
have a
Lynn's
pocket
good at
that you
sewing.
can open.
I
You,
was just
like,
thinking.
put it in the pocket
with
and then
just
seal
thread
it.
That seems. I feel like that wouldn't be very annoying.
Vincent, do you want to tailor your clothes right now?
When you describe your plan, I'm skeptical, and then I
Yep.
say,
Yeah.
sounds like more trouble than it's worth.
Okay. I give you your clothes back, but the pocket's already there, so you just have 2 extra pockets.
Sure, pockets. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. We head to this new land, blanketed in dust. As you sail around the north end of it, it looks like a wasteland. It looks sort of like the Deadlands that you saw before. Just sort of ashy, dusty, fine powder covering the ground. Mountains still forming. As you sail around the bottom, or the east side, coming in towards this little inlet, you will see the ruins of a town there. Just, toppled stones, broken peaks, nothing really resembling much of a stand. There's a bit of a wall that still runs along, but piles of dust have blown up against it. The dust is presumably thin, lightly packed, might be easy to step through. You'll have to get off your boat and walk all the way to the city.
Can anyone else carry the 20 pounds of Vincent's stuff? Because I'm in chainmail.
I'll be medium.
Well, what are we doing with the boat? Are we leaving it or are we transforming it?
I would assume
Transforming it?
transforming it?
Who's carrying that?
You can put your stuff in the boat.
Well,
I can carry it, but that would put me at medium. I may have to pass something
I
off.
don't
Carry
think
it
we
in
want
the
to be at
pack.
medium.
We could do some preemptive strength, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
How
I
does it
was-
last?
I was going to anyway. So, Theodore, you got strength.
Okay.
Got a little 1d8.
2.
Alas,
Sad.
is that enough to carry a bag?
Let me check. Strength 15. How many pounds?
20.
Yeah, I'll have to drop something, but I can take 19. Or about 19.
I'll lighten the bag to 19.
Cool. I'll just put Vincent's bag.
Yeah.
Is there anything important inside it?
Yes.
Vincent's bag is enough
And-
to say because we know what it is. It's on his character sheet.
Okay, I meant like if
Oh.
we're in a dire situation, is there something I should know?
It's not worth losing your life over, but it's also not worth leaving behind if it's easy to grab.
Okay.
I'm seeing that Via, you have 25 HP, and one of the overlays does not have your updated HP.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you for catching that. Before I die.
And you
I still might die, but
What level are you now? 4? 5?
5, yeah.
Wow, how did this get so out of
17,000 XP. Only 17,000 XP.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll have to do something about fixing that.
No, it's fine. Just don't pay attention to me. Let me slide on the edge of society and just survive.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Who's got the box? I'm trying to reconfigure my weight so that... Oh, no, I do it. If I put my rations, sleeping roll, and I guess I can take the box.
Okay, great.
And then so I use my rope skills to tie a rope around the box, attach the box to my back. Last time you said it was like a -1 to something. I don't know if you want to continue that.
Is it on your character sheet? I just want to make sure the weight's accounted for.
Yeah, 7 pounds for that box.
There you go. Plus
On
1 to
person.
hit while on back. Perfect. I see. Yes. Excellent. Okay, party. We take Wiley with us because we're taking the boat. So he comes on through, his peg leg slowing you down in the dust.
You must
What's
have
up?
met Christine.
We talked about this.
Ah, I
No.
must have not been paying attention. Okay.
No, it was during.
Wiley is gone. The 4 of you set out across the desert, across the dust, heading for this ruined castle in the distance, this ruined city in the distance. I'm going to need the leader of the party. I need you to make me...
Who's walking up in front?
Oh, are you not? Who's in the front as the part? I just figured it was a desert, so you're all just kind of walking together. Did you have a particular marching order?
Oh, you're saying leaders. I figured whoever.
Yeah.
Is
Who's
Lynn
the...
out in front scouting everything for us?
No, because it was
Nope.
specifically stated that I was no longer the tank.
Who is in the front of the party?
I'll do it
Yes.
if no one else wants to, but I only have 8 perception, so
I'll do
My
it. I've got
perception is
high
3,
perception.
so you're better than me, man.
Vaya in the front, who's second? Third, fourth?
I can.
I'm
be
fine with
second.
being second. It doesn't
Third.
matter to me.
So I hear Vincent call third, Lynn say I'm okay with second, and Theodore, what did you say?
Sure, I'll go at the back. That's fine.
You'll go at the back?
Yeah, so
back
we're in
attack.
the front, we're in the back, thief behind. Yeah, that makes
I don't
sense.
have anything ranged, so
I can give you my longbow if you want it.
no, I'm not proficient.
Vaya.
Okay.
All right, it's fine. I'll be at the back.
Vaya. It's an
Hi,
important
everybody.
roll here. I need you to roll me a d10 plus 2, and you want to roll very high. Well, actually, you don't want to roll a 1 at this point. Yeah, because the plus 2 is helpful.
Nope, wrong way, sorry.
Just don't roll a 1.
Whew.
How did you rig it?
Oh no.
DM hacks.
Vaya leads the party through the
Nobody can
dust
hold 4 pounds, can
in
they?
the desert. The winds pick up from time to time, blowing dust from behind you towards in front of you, so it doesn't really get in your eyes, but it does shield you from the bright sun overhead. And it must be this dust blowing all the time that's preventing you from recognizing what's happening, because beneath your feet, Vaya, along this path, there is a creature. There is a creature that lurks beneath the sands and the dust and moves and comes out by surprise. Not directly in your path, but close enough that the whole party is surprised by this thing in the middle of the dust storm as it's blowing it around. Rising from the desert, scales red as blood,
Ew.
comes this adorable little creature who's somehow not showing up on the overlays. Come on, dude. There we go. Huzzah! It rises from the ground, taking full advantage of the fact that it's blowing sand everywhere, and yet it feels your vibrations. I do believe it will launch its surprise attack on this round. Oh, party, you have wandered into the desert, into a place you should not have gone. And we'll see how many of you make it out of this one. Our creature, aware of the party coming, scampers towards you. I think the first notice that any of you really get is that through the wind, through the dust blowing around you, which kind of picked up out of nowhere almost, comes a large, scaly creature, maybe 20 feet long, with with a tail that stretches another 20 feet, wings pulled back low to its body. It scampers forth. It reaches out with claws and fangs. Okay. I've got the big book of attack rolls here. And let's add a bite attack for our friend here. Oh no. Via, what's your AC, friend?
135.
I don't believe that. Your character token says 13.
That is correct.
And you put yourself at the front of the party.
No, it was kind of by default.
Whoosh, the claw comes out. It rips you open with a lovely hit for 10 points of damage, slashing through your armor, rending flesh. The other claw reaches out, not for you, but for whoever's second. Lynn. It reaches out for Lynn. Whoosh.
Oh, absolutely.
18 is a critical hit. It'll do double damage. We're going to roll another d10 on top of this. The first one's only a 3. You're going to be okay, Lynn. You're going to be okay. It's only 6 points of damage on a critical hit. You got away so
totally
easy.
Fine. Yeah, totally fine.
And then the bite. The tremendous bite of the great red beast. You're both here. Who does it go for? It's equal chance. Oh, Lynn. Lynn, the bite comes for you.
Okay.
15 is a miss.
Oh.
Against all odds, the creature misses. It's time for the party to roll initiative.
I didn't hear the music, by the way, now.
Oh.
Refresh it, it's on.
Oh,
Whoops. It should be not that. It should be 12. So another 6. So it should be a 14 on the initiative. The small hatchling of a dragon, because that's all it is just a hatchling.
Oh, a dragon?
Did you not see the token, bro?
I saw the token, but I was not okay.
I mean, I'm calling it a hatchling dragon because it looks like one, but maybe it's not.
Got it.
If I
Captain,
survive,
what
my
should we do?
stories will not include
I'm checking
the
a
hatchling.
second edition rule here because I know in 5th edition hold person doesn't work on this thing. Is
Yeah, it's not.
does this work on a hold person?
No, you need hold monster.
Okay.
What should we do, Captain? Look at the size of it.
I'm afraid I don't really have a way for us to flee. I guess we're going to have to fight it.
Okay.
What size creature is this now?
Gargantuan.
Wow.
It's gargantuan?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I do triple damage to it? Double damage?
Nope.
Is there
That's
any
just large.
indication that this thing is resistance to fire by it being red?
They say red dragons are resistant to fire. I don't know if this is a red dragon. It looks like a dragon, and it's kind of red. But, like, you know, a brown bear is a species, but most black bears are actually brown in color. So, like, you know, why not? Why not use a spell slot with a fireball? It could be
So
fine.
it made one claw attack at me, right?
It made one claw attack at you, one claw attack against Via, and one bite
Okay.
against you. At, what was it,
Got it.
+9 to hit? No.
Yep. I'm just calculating my AC and I'm trying to change it on my sheet. It's not letting me. So my AC is 5 from armor, +3 from dex, and then +1 from shield.
Oh, you have
It's
the
not
wrong
letting
things
me
equipped.
change it.
So you've got chain and shield.
Yes, I got chain and shield at the moment.
So you have
Yeah.
19 AC is what you're telling me.
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, cool.
Um,
That's better than I
So
thought.
no crit? Or what crit was we doing? 18 and clears by 5.
Oh yeah, it
Clears by
still
5.
clears by 5. Yeah, it was a 27
Okay.
modified. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Can I get some initiative rolls from Lynn and Via? Oh, there's one of them. 8 for Via.
Yeah. What do I see Via doing?
What are you?
I
No. What are
rolled-
you doing, buddy?
Oh.
You have to pick your
Okay.
decisions.
Yep. I will make my decision. Yep.
Yes.
He does that. Okay, I think that does that.
Perfect. All right, party. Vincent, you're the fastest. Magic missile on your lips, ripping into the beast with 3d4 plus 3 points of damage, I believe.
Yeah, and as I let this loose, I will lie to the dragon. You fool! We are aligned with Ishtar. Back away immediately as I fire a magic missile at it.
Roll me damage. 9 points of damage. We'll see what the dragon does on its turn. Lynn! Vincent rips it with magic missiles. You're adjacent to it.
Yep.
You've rolled in for dagger.
Yep. We're gonna do a quick move just to try to attack it from both sides.
That's right.
And we're gonna.
You circle around the creature, who cranes its head as you go round it, giving you a flank, which is still +1 to hit, which is great.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And we're going to attempt to attack it with the dagger. 5.
Wild miss.
plus
Nowhere
whatever
near.
magic it has.
You
Yeah,
lash
it's
out
not
towards
made
the
for
dragon's
combat.
head and wings, but hit nothing but air. Via.
Yep.
So I rolled
this is also
for.
a good
Yeah.
time to mention that I slipped my ring on.
Oh, yes, please, thank you.
I rolled for movement, like disengage. That's +3, right?
It is,
Oh,
yeah.
You traitor.
No. Sorry.
Traitor.
I just didn't want to get. I didn't want to get a
Yeah,
attack
no,
while I was
absolutely.
moving.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
absolutely.
course.
Okay.
I can move. I can move 30 feet, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
One half. We're rounding to half. One half your movement speed. You're lightly encumbered. Your movement speed is like 90, so you can go 45 feet.
Okay, this is 30. What I've drawn. So I just want to get behind it, but I want to disengage so it can't attack me.
If you had moved behind it, it wouldn't have gotten an attack of opportunity
It wouldn't
anyway. No, attack of opportunity is only
I
when
thought
you
if
walk
moved to the
away.
side.
Only if you
Oh.
move
Only
outside of
if you
its range,
leave
yeah.
the threatening
You can stick for it.
space.
Well, I can't
Just
reroll my
attack it.
initiative. So, okay, can I hit it now, or would I have to wait to the end of the?
So you rolled in for withdraw with your intention of just getting into a better position, but not making an attack. Is that
That's what I was gonna do because I figured if I moved at all, it would have killed me.
Got it. No, you can move. You can try and change your position for a better attack.
Okay, I'll go behind it since it kind of moved a little bit
What's
to face
the
Lynn.
weapon speed of your weapon?
9.
9. So you actually go at
6 more.
14. You go at the
Okay.
same speed as the creature.
Okay.
So instead, it'll be Theodore's turn.
Alright. Gonna move up to 2, 3. Alright. We're gonna tank it.
Oh my God! You're gonna tank it
We're gonna tank it.
with 18 hit points.
Let the person with the most HP and the magic ring tank it. What are we doing?
You mean
Who
Vincent?
has the
You
most
talking
HP?
about the wizard? Let the wizard tank it.
No, not you. I'm talking about
Oh.
Via. Via has
I don't have a
has-
ring anymore. My
was
my
taken.
grandma never gave it to me.
Yes, you. Okay, well,
Vincent
if you
took
want to
it.
give it to Lynn, Lynn will take it.
Theodore, buddy,
And
Vincent took it back.
big dice.
I stare the beast in the face and swing my Iron Sword
It's a
with a
natural one.
natural one.
The beast is ferocious. You stare it down. The dust swirls round you all. Where is it here? Where is the dragon? It doesn't kick in.
You should yell, "Your
Right.
mom was a bearded dragon."
All right, Via, you go at the same time as the creature.
Okay, I'll move to get primo back attack.
Yeah.
And is that right there?
No,
there?
anywhere on this backside is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say something even though it's not my turn?
Nope.
Right there.
Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Oh,
unless
the
it's relevant.
tail?
Obviously, I'm not going to tell you not to speak, but it is, her turn.
I just say haste. Maybe. That's all I say.
Go for it, Via.
I want to go down a little bit farther. Can I make it over to here?
You can move around the dragon. The dragon is going to be moving at the same time. This is an awkward moment where you and the dragon are moving simultaneously. So you're doing that, and it's turning to face the two of you.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be awful because it's turning to face you to kill you.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, wait, wrong one.
11.
And I don't hit it.
The glaive gently taps one of its chin scales as it rears back its head, lashes out with one claw at Lynn? At Lynn, the first claw this time.
Sure.
Whoosh! 21's a hit.
it.
11 points of damage brings Lynn to a single remaining hit point.
Yep,
The other
absolutely.
claw reaches out towards Vaya. Whoosh! 25 bashes her across the chest for 6 points of damage. Once again, its head lashes out for a single target. Lynn, my buddy, it goes to bite you. But you survived it last time. I know you're on 1 HP, but you have, did we say 19 AC right now?
5 from chain. Yep, that is correct.
That means with +9 to hit, it only has a 55% chance of biting you. Bites you.
Oh!
Its head comes out. Its maw opens. Lynn, 1 HP, wounded.
Yeah,
The creature
had a 1 more
drops
AC.
its
Dang.
head on you. You try to duck out of the way, and
Absolutely.
instead of being swallowed whole, it's just the teeth that come gnashing on you as you lay flat to the ground. You take 21 points of damage.
Instantly die.
You're
Yep.
ripped in half
Yep.
by the creature.
Yep.
It lifts half of your body up, raises its head towards the sky, and swallows. Initiative.
Vincent, what do we do? My God.
Why is such a terrible beast out here?
Okay. We go again.
Vincent starts it off with a magic missile, determined to kill the creature that just did 21 damage in a single bite. That's at Vincent's entire HP
It's so
pool.
large, surely you can hit it. Give it your all, then.
13 damage is a shit
that's
ton.
pretty good.
You bring it to almost half HP with two sets of magic missiles, and you take 5 foot step backwards. I saw that.
Yeah.
Theodore, the beast before
Do I
you.
back from here, or do I need to circle around a bit?
To get back attack? There you go. That's fine. This is good.
Cool. I pick up my arming sword and take a swing at its back.
Roll well.
That's it.
17. Your arming sword hits the dragon home and slides harmlessly off its side into the dust, doing nothing. Vaya.
Can I do diagonal movements?
Of course,
or no?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I am a coward, and I definitely rolled disengage, so I'm gonna make it out to like right here.
I didn't even see you roll. Okay, you fucking back off.
I've got the box on me. I'm gonna dip. Sorry,
leaving
guys.
the creature. It will reach out
I'm a
with its
coward.
head, pick up the other half of Lynn, swallow it,
Yep.
turn to face Vincent, and interestingly, I think it cannot do both of these things at the same time. It will sort of like lay close to the ground, its wings sort of flapping ever so gently, but not enough to make it really lift off or anything, just kind of create a little dust plume around it. And its eyes sort of narrow at Vincent, and the sort of sickly yellow with crimson irises sort of shifts for just a moment, like a myriad of colors pass over the yellows of its eyes. And that is its action for the round. Actually, it can take a 5 foot step, but it's not going to. That's its action for the round. is it stares down Vincent and uses an innate spell ability. I was trying to describe it casting a spell because it doesn't use, normal means. Yeah.
There's no other visual indication that it did anything.
Just the eyes changing colors and it's moving. Maybe if you knew about dragons, you could tell what was going on. But from your perspective, especially, it's just the multi-hued eyes as it innates Vincent. And initiative.
Vincent, can we fight this?
Look, it bleeds. Fire, get in there.
Oh my god.
We're still doing this?
It's not like we can flee. Stand and fight.
Alright, you heard the man. Oh wait, second attack now?
Oh, second attack. Yes. Yes, please. 22's a hit. You do damage.
7 damage.
Points of damage. Ooh, it's below half hit points.
Are you
Initiative,
getting all your strength
everybody.
bonuses?
Initiative.
Morale check?
Initiative.
Or are you getting all your strength bonuses?
Only
Sorry?
what?
I'm just making sure that Theodore is getting all of his strength bonuses.
I don't think he was
didn't roll
strength.
enough strength.
Oh, never mind.
No.
Okay. Well, I thought you were strength to
But
carry
you were
strength.
Not
Plus
to-
2. It might not matter.
Yeah,
No,
his
so
base is
it doesn't
13.
matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see initiative has been rolled across the board. Vincent, third round of magic missile. Thank God you prepare so many of these, and you roll so well.
All right.
Come on.
Keep going high. Nice.
Alright.
It is low, Via. You are running away with the box. I don't know if you heard Vincent tell you to not be a coward.
He did, and he'll probably fire me if I don't fight for him, because what's my purpose anyways? So, can I add +6 to that initiative? Can I make it 17?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go after the hatchling.
In
Theodore.
case it was trying to comprehend languages or something with its magic spell, I will say, again, stand down. We are with Ishtar.
Theodore, you did damage last round. It's looking at you this round.
Easy, just roll high.
Just roll high.
True.
21.
True.
Is the number you need. 9 points of damage.
My hero.
Almost does it.
Come on.
Creature will take its turn where it withdraws, pumping sand and dust into your face with its wings, backing up to a soft sand pit, and then doing one of those like little snaky,
The turtle
crabby
wiggle.
things where it shakes back and forth and like lowers itself into the sand and dust. Via, it's gone from sight. You know it's generally where it is. Maybe it's still
I know
there.
exactly
Maybe
where
you
it
can
is.
hit it. Maybe not.
Captain, should I provoke it?
Of course. Stop that sound.
I'll run up to here, 45 feet.
With 4
and
HP.
then- I shouldn't.
It's
I'm
got
gonna
like
say
1
I
HP.
shouldn't. I know, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I don't have
but
the
you're
best
on
history
1
of rolling
HP
high.
essentially.
Yeah.
You come up to where the creature went. Glaive in 2 hands. You plunge it deep
Could've
into the
just
earth.
Killed it. Okay.
Now I have to see if the dragon
It's
is
gotta
in
be
the
there.
right spot. It's I mean it is within the realm of where its token borders are, but you definitely can't see it to know if you're actually hitting the right spot. We're gonna roll a
Invisibility
die.
AC bonus.
We're gonna roll a die. We're gonna see if it's actually there. Actually, Via, you're gonna roll the die.
No.
This is on you. I
what
want you to
kind?
roll me
D2?
a D20, and I want you to roll me better than a 7. Better than a 7. A 12. You plunge your blade in, it passes through dust with ease, and then find something that gives it a little resistance before driving into it. Now, I should say, it's also deep in the earth at this point in time.
But my glaive is long, and I'm right up on it. And I rolled a 20.
My God. What was that?
The sands and winds whip and blow around you. Dust in the air. You can taste this ashy, dirty, powdery thing that dries out your mouth. Sound is not lost, but difficult as the wind blows across you.
I take my glaive, I scream, and I shove it even farther down, just as deep as it goes, for 10 damage.
Actually, I need you to roll me another 2d6, please. 27 does... Well, no, not with penalties. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because they're... See it, -4 for that. A couple other penalties, but 20 is always a hit. The party stands in the wasteland.
I will immediately go take a look at Lynn and see if I can possibly recover him.
You find
eaten,
the
right?
spot where Lynn once was, but the creature has consumed all of him.
I start digging for the creature to see, one, if there's a lair underneath it, and two, if we can, just pull it, just examine it. So I start to dig.
You pull a pile of dust out, and it's like digging in really fine sand, like digging in flour. Every time you dig down, it just like crumples back on top.
You'd probably be better at it if you had higher decks, right? I mean, that's like
No, you
nimble
just need
fingers.
You just need to move the dust far away in order to create like a proper hole to dig. And then with the wind blowing it back on, maybe you can get to this, but it's going to be a project. It's not
I'll ask Captain if he wants to even.
Does it seem like it could just travel underground?
It certainly does seem like it could travel underground. It burrowed out of it right near the party, and then it buried itself in a single round despite being gargantuan in size.
Okay. I don't believe we'll really find anything on it. It's just a big dragon creature.
Okay.
Well, while the party is examining
Is there
this situation, far, far away, on another plane of existence, Lynn comes to consciousness, washing up on the shore of a warm island at night, the sky filled with stars. There's a little bushes around you, some little brush, a little bit of kelp and seaweed, but no tar. You can hear some distant music that reminds you of a long, long time ago.
Yeah. I look around confused.
Yeah. You can get to your feet. There's a hut, like a big old structure of a hut with plastered walls and palm frond roof and light shining out from it. It's this hut from where the music is coming.
I slowly go towards the hut.
Yeah. You make your way over there, and the first thing you see as you round the door, which is wide open, are some of your old childhood friends. People that you know were consumed by demons. Or at
Yeah,
least you think
yeah.
were consumed by demons. You're assuming.
Yeah.
But there they are. Small, childlike, standing on a table, looking down into a barrel of water, sort of jumping up and down excitedly.
I look at the barrel and then I'm like, Jimmy, what are you doing?
Hold on. They're trying to dig. They're trying to dig it up. Oh my God. Did you see how quickly it ate you? Oh my God.
Yeah, is Jimmy still as old as I remember him? Is it like a
He's
7-year-old
younger
kid?
than you remember him.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, if you saw Jimmy when he was 7, then he's like
Yeah.
4.
Oh jeez. Okay. That's disturbing. I look at myself. Do I look like myself?
Yeah. You look like
Okay.
yourself. Maybe younger. Your hands look a little more youthful. They don't have the scars or the wounds or the injuries. They're a little
Sure.
thinner. Yeah, you're yourself, but maybe
Okay.
a less worn down version of yourself.
I look around. Are there other barrels?
Just this big one, and standing next to it is a a large man with an even larger belly and a big black beard and a mouthful of white teeth. He pours out a beverage, sets it in front of you.
Do I have to watch this? Can this see anything?
Look into the barrel and you certainly see your friends being blown around in a dust cloud. You don't have to watch it. You throw the glance at it.
No. I'm asking this person.
Oh, you're asking them.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
shake their head. No. Just thought maybe you might want to...
How do I change it?
What do you want to see?
My dad.
He's not in the barrel anymore.
Lynn like starts weeping, and he looks around.
The kids look at you awkwardly, and then they come on over and wrap their arms around you, give you a big hug.
Where is he?
You'll see him soon. When you're ready.
What do you mean? Where is he? I like reach for a dagger that I assume is not there.
Yeah, you find the dagger is actually there. It comes out right away. The kids give a bit of a scream and scatter.
And I look at this guy and I'm like, where is he?
He's like you now. He's moved on.
Moved on where? Where do I find him?
When you're ready, you'll be able to walk through your life and revisit him there.
Yeah, Lynn puts down the dagger, and he takes the, alcohol or whatever it is.
It turns out it's hot cocoa and coffee mixed together. It's warm and sort of, caffeinated.
Nice. Okay, nice. Lynn's not really much of a drinker, so that's actually quite good for him.
Person new.
Yeah. He'll look down at the barrel. So I have to go through everything again?
No,
I don't want to do that.
you don't have to go through anything.
Oh.
This is just a courtesy.
I don't care about this. Where's my dad?
He waves his hand over the barrel. The image vanishes. It's just a still barrel of water. And moments later, the ripples reform. And you see your father. But he's not in his home repairing a sail. He's wearing this red coat with white fur with golden rings on his fingers. He's seated on a stone throne with
What?
two people on either side of him worshiping at their knees. His hand wraps gently on the skull of one of these people. And then he reaches down and sort of strokes their face, turns their chin up to him, and then shoves the head away. This room is large. And as the scene moves around it, you can see there are many other of these stone thrones scattered about. Other people dressed in such fineries. A great, if somewhat tattered and worn and stained carpet spread out between them. There must be 2 dozen supplicants here, cowering, worshipping maybe at the base of these great chairs. They're in a large stone building. No fire goes. Cold looking.
That's not him.
No, not anymore.
No.
But that's what has become of his body. I thought that might bring you some closure.
Then where is he?
Like you, he is gone from the world.
I look around the tavern for my father.
He's not here. This is only for those that weren't ready to move on. Your friends
Okay, I'm
have
ready to
stuck
move
around.
on. Where is he? I'll go. Where is he?
He's not there, son. He's not there.
Yeah, Lynn looks at the barrel. It's like, I'll do whatever I need to do. Just take me to him. Lynn
You
like
get a
starts
nice,
like pulling
long
stuff and just like starts offering it to this guy. He's like, here, take all of it. Take anything. I don't care.
Takes a moment, a while, and he explains to you that you don't get to spend eternity with your loved ones after death. You get to walk through your own life and revisit it. And so you can see your father as you remembered him, as he was in the past. But if you did not make the reconciliation you needed in life, it will not be found in death.
Yeah, Lynn had a good relationship with his father, so he'll go over like the early portion of his life and just kind of like replay it on loop for a while.
Well, that is the end of Lynn's life. And I think our party here in this dusty desert, wounded but still alive, we can pick up their storylines next time. And we'll see if they loot this area or, like the last party who came here, get into a little trouble and then flee quickly. And we'll do that in a couple of weeks. We'll schedule after the show. Thank you, players, for playing. It was lovely to have you, Lynn. Welcome to the ranks of the dead.
Absolutely. Now I will note, just as a random thing, that Lynn's message to Vincent was that if he died, his payment was to be given to his father.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a
Well,
thing.
we'll have to swing by Alba Island on our way
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Your father's, to my knowledge, alive and well at an address you gave me.
He's just a sailor maker at Alba Island. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
he just makes sails and repair sails. He's a salesman.
It shall
He's
be
a
done.
salesman.
Yeah, he's a salesman. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Congratulations. We'll do XP on the other side when we come back next week. I don't think anyone will level because you just did. So we'll do it all then. Goodbye.
Bye.